Yo, how's things? How's everyone doing? Everyone all right? Before I jump on, do a quick stream. Yeah, first of all, we got Chris Cyphers, CC, for helping me out with the layouts and thing. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. So it's that time. It seems it's always that time when it's about health. You know what I'm saying? That's why the title is health and wealth. Health is wealth. I notice a lot of people, they're struggling mentally with motivation and things. Me myself, I struggle with that too. Being mainly sporting orientated. When it gets to certain ages where you can't precipitate. What's that? Rain? Take part, I should say. When you can't take part in certain activities to a level that you used to, it becomes a stress. You know what I'm saying? It gets you down slightly. Peace, Shay. Enough love, sister. Enough love. Yeah, it starts to get you down. Sometimes I sit here and think, how am I so demotivated? Why am I not going gym and things like that? And it's mad because I'd say for about 3 weeks now, I've just been feeling a bit off. Not ill, but just off. And I've noticed there's a lot of people like that, just feeling a little off key, you know what I'm saying? Like the equilibrium's out. And I feel that's just to do with everything that's going on right about now, you know what I'm saying? Lack of work, lack of money, lack of certain opportunities for youngers, the price of electricity, gas, petrol, while wages aren't even going up. The government will supplement little hundreds here and there, but it ain't helping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, trust me, Shay. Trust me. I'm not even like ashamed or embarrassed to kind of talk about me, you know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? I'm going to do it from my perspective. But like I say, I'm observing, I'm inquisitive. I see a lot of things go on in my area, just in general. Like the gym that I go to, a lot of people are just turning up again, a bit like me. We'll go there for a few months, fall off again. You know what I'm saying? So I think, of all age groups, it's like a lot of people are just struggling right now. From 16 to 21, it's not a good time. It's not a happy time, really. For my age, 36 and onwards, it looks bleak for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of us, not all, a lot of us are fortunate to have certain things. You know what I mean? But me personally, money ain't shit. Money don't make me the man that I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, your wealth comes from health. That's where the riches is supposed to be, from the food, the land. But the food that we get in, the produce, is just shit. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. And the prices have gone up on that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a struggle. I haven't had meat for about, when was the last time I had meat? Okay, without lying, I probably ate meat about a year ago. The last time. Yeah. Yeah, for real, Shay. Focus on the inside of us. Because a lot of us do focus on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's it's a follow fashion thing in a way. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon of certain things. Some things you can jump on the bandwagon with if it's good. You know what I mean? If it's positive. But I feel negativity breeds more of a, especially on these forums, on these apps and whatever, these media sites. Negativity seems to breed more of a unhealthy, healthy subscription or likes and views. You know what I'm saying? So some people could see that negative as a positive in a way. It's a balance. But yeah, going back to meat, I started going off meat because I used to think to myself, yo, what, all these little bits that I'm cutting off, you know what I mean, to to where I've hardly got any of the meat left. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, yo, if I don't season this, I ain't eating it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just started going off it, and it took a while. You know what I mean? It was a struggle to where, you know what I mean, I've got to the point where I don't even use certain shower gels, you know, them highly fragrant shower gels, because them things there, you know, they ain't good for you in a way, especially like, you know, for like your private regions. You know what I'm saying? The too much soap and them thing there, you know, you can get thrush like man and woman. So there's a lot of things to think about. And I think sometimes when I think about things too much, I seem to have like an overload. You know what I'm saying? Like, bam, too much there. Where I like to departmentalize things. You know what I'm saying? Put them in little compartments and figure it out one by one. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it just being bam right in front of you. So yeah, like recently, well, for a while I've been thinking about I've always liked honey, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like I've never even really thought about trying to locate somebody who's got like a honey farm, you know, so I can get it as natural as possible. Unfortunately, you know, one guy that I knew, he went to move in Egypt. He's been over there for about 4 or 5 years now. He came back a couple of months ago. I got talking to him. He's stayed over. He's gone back now, but he sent me some honey because he had a honey farm, which is in Iran. So I thought, right, that's an opportunity there, because if you think about it, we're getting had by all these celebrities who are endorsing some of these, you know, like face creams, face masks, you know, these energy drinks and all of these things there. And I'm thinking to myself, these ain't even as natural, even down to the Manuka honey that are being sold, like the Dr. Manuka honey, things like that. Like we're just getting like had up with these types of things. You know what I'm saying? Like the honey that I've got now, let me see if I can show it. Check this shade. I've got some honey, but I need to get the jars and everything. So this is going to be my little business that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So because it came in tubs, I brought like 8 kilos of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the kilo for £7.50. That's what it works out at. £7.50 for a kilo. And in these supermarkets, they're selling like Manuka honey and these other honeys for like £8 for like 400 grams, you know, in the jar. And it's too runny as well. And I've had all of them. And then since I've received this honey and learned about this honey and the process and everything of this honey, even castor oil, but we'll stick onto the honey, I'm like, wow, we're getting skanked on a different level, on an evil level. We're getting had. You know, like I say, all these celebrities endorsing a lot of these so-called health products. Nah, they're not. They're not. They're way over expensive, and they ain't got 10% of the stuff that us personally can go and get naturally and do ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So this is the honey that I've put out, because I'm going to give some for samples, you know what I'm saying, for people. So you can see there, that's what it's called, salt honey. That's one of the tubs it came in. So these are little samples I'm giving to people. So they're from raspberry and buckwheat. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the different colors, different textures as well, but none of them are runny, you know what I'm saying? None of them are runny like that. Yo, big up Chris Cyphers for doing my little logos and everything, man. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be getting into. Yo, big up. Yo, yeah, man. Yes, we're all right. Respect, brethren. Respect. I appreciate you coming in still. Appreciate that, man. Yo, do you want to come up, Shay? I'll put the link out if you want. But it's mad. It's mad. And I'm just glad that I'm getting into it. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I didn't leave it too long. You know what I'm saying? Because I've left things way too long to where the stuff that I'm doing now is starting to become a headache. You know what I'm saying? Because I got into it straight away without having like a lead up to it. You know what I'm saying? Without having a learned intellect into certain things that I'm doing. But when it comes to like health, food, you know what I mean? Exercise, nutrition, yeah, I'm a beast at that. You know what I mean? I'm not even a beast. I don't even like that word. I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it comes to like sports science, nutrition, you know, certain ways of healing yourself, holistic ways. I love all that talk. You know what I'm saying? I love all that talk. And this is the type of talk that we should be on more time, you know what I'm saying? Because it's brain food as well. You know, we focus too much on, like I say, negative. You know, wake up in the morning. I know it's hard sometimes because I've been there. You wake up in the morning and it's like, what the fuck? Like literally, like what the fuck? Like what am I doing? What's out there for me? You know what I'm saying? Everything's just hard to get to, hard to locate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a car right now because it's broke. And it's pissing me off because I can't get to certain things that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like a certain farm I like to go to. You know what I mean? To get certain wheats and certain things. Yes, smoke signal. Big up. Big up. So yeah, just not like having a car after having a car for so long, it's like, damn, I can't even move nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It puts me a step back. And I'm one of them man where I always need like positive, not always need, but I roll off positivity, off a high frequency. You know what I'm saying? I have to be like that. You know what I mean? And I think part of that as well is due to certain foods that I'm eating, especially the fruit and the veg that I'm eating a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to say that eating meat's wrong, because at the end of the day, who am I to say that it's wrong? Me eating so much vegetables and fruit sometimes could be wrong. Eating too much mango and pineapple might be wrong sometimes because of the acidity it might have. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might eat too much cayenne. You know, all of these things should be done in moderation, but it's all about trial and error with everything. And this is why I like starting my little businesses, whether they fail or not, whether they're big or small. These are challenges that you need to be challenging yourself with. Like, I've focused too much on the bullshit that I've created for myself. I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? One, because I've come out of that. And two, it's not helping me. You know what I'm saying? I can't always use that as part of a crutch like it used to be. It's not now. You know what I mean? Yes, bronze, respect. Yo, yeah, man, my true brethrens are coming true. I like that, man. Yeah, man, bliss and power to man. So, yeah, this is why, like, I want to start this little honey business. You know what I'm saying? Let me just show them on the little video again, Shay, of the honey that I've got from Iran. So there you can see these are like that's the salt honey. These are from buckwheat and raspberry plant flowers and trees, whatever. And like I said to Shay, my brethren got me this from Iran. It's off his farm, hasn't even been touched yet. I've got to crystallize a lot of it, because when you crystallize the honey, this is how you get it to basically not cure, but it stays in a jar for a certain amount of time for you to hold on to it for a while. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'd be taking a teaspoon of this every day. Peace, prophet, peace, peace, peace. Yeah, I love how my real ones come through all the time, man. Respect. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing with the honey, because we always seem to want to listen to a doctor. We always want to listen to somebody off TV, some specialist that's popped out of nowhere, instead of listening to us. You know what I mean? I learned off my mom. My mom learned off her grandma, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? They're the leaders of my intellect when it comes to knowing about certain herbs, you know, milk thistle, things like that, dandelion, where as soon as I came to the UK, there wasn't about, oh, you can't take no dandelion because it will make you urinate and all that madness. No, it cleans out your kidneys. That's what it does. You know what I'm saying? Same with the red onion. Yeah, red cabbage, all of them things there. See, let's not think that within fruit and vegetables red is danger. No, red may be danger, You know what I'm saying? But more time it's telling you, it's like a stop, wait, you can eat me still, but I'm gonna do different things for you. I'm gonna cleanse out your body more. Same with the cayenne pepper. You know what I mean? The cayenne. Same with the Scotch bonnet pepper. You know what I'm saying? These bell peppers, all of these things. Thinkers Haist, peace to the real ones out there. So I think my next avenue of what I really want to be doing is to get into the holistic concept of health. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know about my body to an extent. I know certain times how to fix myself, and I know what vegetables, what roots are good for you as well. You know what I'm saying? And why is my battery gonna die already? So that's the avenue I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna start my little business of selling this honey, and then I'm gonna move on to the castor oil as well. Because these things are vital to your system. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you are having certain things that may lead to certain damages in your body, you know what I'm saying? May lead to certain cloggings in your body. See, a lot of us dark skin and mixed Americans and Caribbeans, we get prostate cancer, colon cancer because of a lot of the hard food, as we call it in Jamaica, or the soul food that yo, I'm back. I'm back. I beg someone tell me if I'm back. Cause my battery just died on my laptop. I'm not even professional like that. Yo, I'm a back prophet. All right, cool. Why is my thing like that? My connection's unstable. My bad, I'm just talking to myself, innit? Yo, that's where I was anyway. A lot of go, yo, what the hell, man? Move off my laptop. So a lot of his Americans and Caribbean people, we get a lot of colon cancer and things like that due to the starch in the food, in the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the yam, you know what I'm saying? The cassava, all of them type of things. Yeah, respect, big man, nice one. So you know, I've learned all of that and thought to myself, you know what, I can't be yumming them type of things really that much no more. I've got to do all these things considerate now. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you know, I'm just going to be another study type of thing, another statistic. So I'm trying to find out all of the best cleanses for one's body, you know what I'm saying, and one's mind as well. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? I ain't going to be nothing good for my son, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, think, you know what I'm going to do? Like, I've been talking to Alexis as well on Telegram. I, because I make you know, I make the THC for the vapes as well, but we have to sell them as medical pens. So I've been doing that for a while. xSir drop. Yo, let me just drop this link just in case anyone wants to dep on the mic. Mad thing. I had to, I had to switch to my phone. Why have I got? Why am I a guest in my own thing? Yeah, I think I just put. Did I put it out? Yeah, it's there still. Yeah, so basically, this is my next little business venture. Like I say, I just like challenges. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be sitting about stagnant. We are 80% water. So anytime we're left like sitting around for 2, 3 hours a time, you know what I'm saying? That's not good for your organs. It's not good for your mind. You know what I'm saying? We need to be in motion. You know what I'm saying? Energy in motion, emotion, because you're then fueling your blood cells with oxygen, which then heightens your brain. The more oxygen you have in your the more oxygen in your blood for your brain, the higher levels in a way you'll be thinking. You know what I'm saying? And this all comes to do with your own internal system. You know what I'm saying? Your own hydraulic system. So it's all about um managing yourself, just like you do your car, servicing yourself, just like you do your car. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that you're healthy, you haven't got no viruses, just like you do your computer. People will pay Nord, people will pay McFi and all them things there for like £100 for the year for security on your laptop, but you're not going to go and pay £100 for the month to go and get some acupuncture or something instead of going taking pills and all these things, naproxen and everything. That's just steadily giving you other issues so you can go back to the doctor for big pharma. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to stop with them things. You need to trust in people as well. Yeah. Certain people trust in me now because they've seen, you know what I'm saying? At 36, I'm still running around like a youth still. I mean, activity wise, you know what I'm saying? Not daily life. And this man my age still in the game, looking hella dead, can't move, overweight. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being weighter if it's weight that you've got on, you know what I'm saying, and you're still fit. Don't think a big man can't still run fast and be fit and swim around. Of course. I'm just talking about certain fats, saturated. You want non-saturated. You know what I'm saying? Polyunsaturated, all these types of oils, you know, cod liver oil, castor oil, um, yeah, castor oil is good for you as well. You've got olive oil. You know, all these are like these are like oils like I say what you'd use on your bike chain. You know, we are a machine, an organism, but a machine. So you have to treat yourself just like you treat a car, just like you treat your bike. You know what I'm saying? Your computer. Where do you think most of these inventions and appliances that we use come from? From the study of us, you know? So imagine like I used to smoke weed, never really been a weed smoker. But when I've smoked weed, for some reason, that's probably my only addiction where I'll binge on it then. You know what I'm saying? And it's the wrong thing, it's the wrong type of thing to binge on. Exactly, drop. Come on, man. Some of them American footballers who are 19 stone, you get me, 6'2", blood. You'd see them probably out somewhere thinking like, yeah, you're just hella fat, hella out of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, just eating burgers and thing. Nah, blood, them man are running like 12-second 100 meters. Like fucking bisons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no joke, man. You shouldn't underestimate people. You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing as well. Like, I think sometimes we're led down this little avenue of underestimating ourselves because of all of the all of the endorsements that are made by, you know, some of these fitness gurus and everything, where you have to think you have to follow some of these people because they've got the elixir to life or health. No, No, I trust in me. My children trust in me. I know my intellect. I know what I can do. I know about my body. I'm actually kind of overly proud what I know about my body. And if I can show people certain things, then that's it. I don't want nothing for it neither. You get me? If I can show people that I used to be a big boy drug dealer, but now I'm here wanting to be a big boy, big bad boy honey dealer, then what? You know what I'm saying? That's how I want it. You know what I mean? Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in nothing no more. Yeah, I get brash and whatever. Yeah, I might kick the bag and whatever. But come on, man. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to live a nice, normal life, a nice, easy life, settled as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I think what people will generally see what is genuine from it is a more light-hearted type of blue, you know what I mean? And that needs to come out more. You know, hence why I haven't thought about, you know, getting too much into the MMA training side, learning to be a coach. I don't want to do that. I don't really want to do that no more. My body's beat up. You know what I'm saying? I got injuries all over the place. So now I want to look after myself. You know, I feel say giving somebody information about food and nutrition, about some of the plants that we step on and kick and break and, you know what I mean? Like we're told not to, the weeds. You know, if I can give people information about these things, that's more than that. That's you know, that's the least I can do. You know, what's the least we can do? Show people what we know, not what we believe, what we know and can comprehend. You know what I mean? What's visible. You know, that's the least we can do from what we're learning. We're here as an experience. So who the fuck are we to keep knowledge away from someone else? You know what I'm saying? We're here by an intelligence unbeknown to us, uncomprehendable. So who are we to want to sell knowledge or want to hide knowledge away? Fuck that. No, because this is how people get left behind. This is how children get left behind. You know what I mean? So me personally, I don't say it as like a tongue-in-cheek or a cliche. I want to help children or I'm doing this for children. I'm doing this for children because I've got some. We've all got some. I've got brethren who don't look after their children. So I'm there for children. Because how can I still talk to a certain brother and I know he's not really looking after his youth properly, but then not want to be there for children? That don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things over the past 4 or 5 years make a lot of sense to me now. You get me? Because man's attitude's changed. Like I've always been like not a health freak, but you know, like a training freak. But that's through to jail. You know what I mean? I've always like been cool with selling drugs simply because I was always good with money. I know how to handle money. I'm not stupid with it. You get me? Because I grew up with none of it. You know what I'm saying? So I know not to squander it and I know not to make it rule my life because I can't eat that money. You know what I mean? That money might buy food, but sometimes that money used to make me buy the wrong type of food when I want alert. You know what I'm saying? That money made me do the wrong things. So more time, I'm not interested in money like that no more. It's a means to an end. But healthy living is a means to a sustained life, not a means to an end. Some people think that without money, it's very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. But I've been there with no money. I've lived on road and everything before. I've lived on streets, fam. You get me? So I'm never afraid to show people where I've been and where I'm trying to get to, just so someone else can do that. If I can pull someone else who then can pull someone else who then might pull someone else, then I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? But this is the maddest thing as well. Like I started off at the beginning of this saying that, you know, I have little, I won't call them depressions, but I have oppressions of my own motivation sometimes. That's due to me not really doing my kickboxing or training so much. I'm trying to get out of that, but trying to get out of doing something that I've done for 20 years of my life and more is fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? It's stressing me out. I get down. Got no motivation just to go gym and do normal things. You know what I'm saying? I feel sluggish, off. You know what I'm saying? So I need other avenues to keep me on a certain equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I can tick one way and it might not be the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make as many like opportunities, as small as they might be, or as big as they might be. I'm trying to make these little opportunities to keep me on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fall back. Some people need that. Some people need to put that in their life. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't at first. See, there's different when you see challenging when I'm doing kickboxing, that's different because that came from when I was a child. So that's come from love. You know what I'm saying? A love for a sport. You know what I mean? It didn't come from aggression. It was different. You know, but I still had fundamental issues within myself about certain things, what had happened. You know what I'm saying? Like with my mum or whatever, rare. And then, you know, staying in jail for a long time, coming out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 27-year-old man in a man's body with a boy's mind still. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know much. I couldn't really read properly. You know what I'm saying? I was still in a way country, even though my environment fucked me up and I just took to it. So where I am now and where I'm getting to and where I've been for the last few years, hold on. Are you up here as well?
Yo,
Yes. Well, go on, Bridget. Go
what's
on. Yo,
good,
take the
fam?
mic. Yeah, man. Take the mic. Take the mic.
Nah, man, I was listening to you rock, man. Go ahead, keep doing your thing, Big Blue. You got it.
Respect. Well, yeah, basically, yo, you sound crystal clear as well, man. I need a piece of that mic. Where's that? Where's that? Damn.
I got some tips, man. I'll put a tutorial up of what my little sound setup is because like pretty much it's just like it's a virtual mixer. I got my levels hitting real crazy right now.
Yeah, but it's balanced nice. It's not tinny. It's not too bassy. You've got the like you've got the equilibrium I was talking about. But
Yeah. I
yeah, I
be
just thought I'd go on.
I used to record music, so that's where I know how to get the sound. You know what I mean? Like I got like a decent mic and stuff like that. I got a Blue, but I want to upgrade and get a Shure. But even if I upgrade, I'll still have like the same or similar sound. But it's really just in your mix, bro.
Right. I'll have to look at that. See, I'm still
Yeah.
getting used to all of this with the computers and that. Like I say, I'm still layman with quite a lot of things, like certain other things like common law and like I say, like health wise, nutrition. Yeah, I'm good at. When there's still a lot I need to learn, and
Hmm.
this is why I'm not afraid to come on and do little streams, just showing my frailties or wants and needs or aspirations, ambitions. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel say we all need to be our own entrepreneurs because we ain't gonna get no help from no one. And I'm seeing that a lot of the time now with
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do. I'm not getting nowhere. I'm getting like the doors getting closed a lot of the time. So even with the little money I've got, I've just thought to myself, you know what? F this. Let me start another business. Let me start these little things and deal with the people who know me. 'Cause I know 100 people. You know what I mean? Like whether it's Facebook or IG or in just in the streets and whatever. I know enough of these old people who have been bugging for years about health and like how you do when you find a lot of knowledge and you're going around to some of the elders, just telling them everything what you think they need to know and you know what I
Truth.
mean? So yeah, man.
Yeah. So, as far as like health for me, that's what made me click the link. I've been subscribed to your channel. I don't know, maybe like 2, 3 months now or something like that. But you don't really go live too often. But I had to click the link. Health is definitely wealth. For me, I've been like a pescatarian for like, I don't know, it feels like 5 years now. I don't really like keep count of it, but I know for sure I haven't ate like beef or pork in 7 or 8 years now at this point. So it like I really like cut off like chicken and turkey 3 years ago. So I've been like plant based and all fish for like the last like 3 years for sure. But no red meats and no pork for like eight, like 7 or 8 for sure. But fruits, veggies, man, water, you feel me? Like all your electrolytes, like, like you gotta go into like them omegas, like all that stuff you talking about, like, like ginger root and stuff like that. Like when you tap into them roots and all that stuff that's like truly grown in the dirt, bro, or the dark berries or dark green like veggies, that's when you hitting the sweet spot. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
other stuff is like it's fraud, bro. It's all fraud. It's like water based. The things that don't have seeds, that shit all GMO. Like the organic shit. It's all still got the seeds in it.
See, that's what I was on about because my iron study has
Although
gone
I
a
feel
bit
like it's
border.
some type of seed, more produce.
Yeah, still there.
Kind of breaking up. Yeah, I'm here, but you kind of breaking up.
Oh my bad. I don't know. It's on my phone as well. I've got my
You,
headphones in. Can you still hear?
it's much clearer. Yeah, it's much clearer now. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying because speaking of grapes, like it's mad, like Carl, like when see a man will be a meat eater will be screwing if like two butchers have just left like the area. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like that with fruit. Like when it's certain mangoes that I can't get, I'm like, fucking hell, I've been waiting ages now. Where are the custard apples? Where are the mangoes, man? You know what I'm saying? And like I found some grapes the other day with
Facts.
seeds in. And I was going around, innit, like putting it on my Snapchat, like, yo, look in the grape, there's a seed. And my little daughter was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember when you used to cut them in half with me and take the seeds out. I'm like, there you go. And that was like 6 years ago. But she's 8 now. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
like, no, in fact, that must have been a bit lit. That must have probably been about 4 years ago. But anyway, I ain't got my car for a bit. And there's a place that I like, there's a little farm that I like to go. And it's doing my head in, but I can't get there, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain things like my almond milk that I need. I shouldn't call it milk, but yeah, um, my almond I need, basically.
Yeah. Almond juice.
Yeah,
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 for
juice, yeah.
sure. Yeah, I've been doing the almond milk thing for years. Like once you start getting into the research of like those dairy products and stuff, and you find like cancer, diabetes, you know what I mean? Like those things start affecting people differently. Like other cultures and other classes of people, they might be able to tolerate things in a body that other people may not be able to tolerate. Like we
Yeah,
different creatures, you know what I mean? So we gotta ingest something that's totally different than what they science is. Like they dynamics a little different, but
yeah,
man,
because I think a lot of I know when I was in Jamaica, a lot of people were not that I knew the word then, but they were lactose intolerant. Like,
mm-hmm,
or I think a lot of them couldn't ingest cow milk. Like we didn't.
mm-hmm.
I only started having like cow milk probably when I was in my 20s in jail.
Yeah, jail did it for me. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, jail changed my whole the way I spoke and every like this is mad as well. Just changing it, but it's like because I don't think this was good for my health neither. Being being like I had to compromise the way I used to speak. You know what I'm saying? To where I used to try and speak really good English because I used to get so-called black boys in Britain. Used to
Mm-hmm.
like I can't understand what you're saying. So I used to proper try so hard, and in a way, that just ripped away my identity, and that wasn't good for my health neither. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Peace,
I think
OG. The
I
links in the
think
chat if you want to come up. Sorry. All right.
Nah, you good. I think I low key probably got a little bit more proper by being in jail too. You know what I mean? Cause like I spent a lot of time reading books and just focusing on self. Like, cause like I said, as far as like the audio quality, I used to rap. Like I used to write a lot, like poetry, raps and shit like that. So I really used to delve a lot of time into trying to be a better orator, like to say my words better or find better words to be able to use in different situations. But man, that jail shit is terrible because like, you know, it goes along with a lot of the mental indoctrinations. Like once you like like the institutions are so crazy. Like I had talked about this months and months back, where like the design of all the institutions are like similar. Like they build like this template. All them shits is owned by like the same companies, and like it's literally like just like a universal code, bro. So like I feel like as far as like on a thin line, like how the love and hate thing is, the military and prison, they both share the same story, but it's just one works good for the government and then one works bad for the government. And the people who are criminals just don't know that they work for the government. Like that shit is terrible.
Yeah, and as well, it's funny, you know, because well, if you think about it, let's look at it from these people's eyes. Then let's say we've got, because most of them are Masons anyway, aren't they? So let's just say me and you have got 33 million each, and we already know we already know certain people have already
Right.
invested and probably built prisons. So let's me and you get a private prison because we know already that our brethren has been funding the mayor, who's going to become the senator, who's then going to probably change certain laws, acts for us, and put you know weed to like a B class again or something. You know what I mean? And then we'll get the prisons full so we can get our money back. This is how it works. Like over here, I learned in jail that jails have to be 86% full. Like have to
Right.
be.
Yeah,
Like what
right.
the fuck you mean have to
Yeah.
be? I mean, I started learning like all of these little projects that they do to to find the ones that they're gonna house in these institutes. You know what I'm saying? Mainly, you know, your color, my color,
Yeah.
with a sprinkling of snow in there, you know what I'm saying? That seem to
Yeah.
melt away easily with the fucking sentences that they get, which ain't comparable to the other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, man, it's like you say, it's worse in America though, because from what I hear from you and the others, it's a pipeline from school to jail. You
But
know what I mean?
there
Which is fucking horrible.
but people don't get the thought process of it though. Like I don't correlate it to that. You know, like as far as my understanding, because like statistics are a powerful thing that are hard to avoid. It's inescapable to understand that the majority of Black America is single parent households, which doesn't really make sense. I don't understand how we continue to create more humans, but it's single parent households. So, like 70% of people who go to jail come from single parent households. And then it goes up to like maybe 90% of people who go back. Like repeat offenders are people who grew up in single parent households. And that goes along with the female statistic or the male. You could look at either or, and they both parallel like real close. So, but one thing that's for sure, as far as that stat, is that kids don't grow up and go to jail in a male based single parent household. Like the statistics are way lower. It's like 30,
Yeah,
40% here.
that's true. That's that. Well, I'm gonna say that's true without even me looking at it because I think I can kind of know where you're gonna go, and I'll probably go down the same line as that because since my big boy is 17 and since he's come back into my life,
Yeah.
the last like year and a half, no, I'd say year. You know, he was selling weed before. Yeah, with his little brethren who lives with just his mum, and he lives
Yeah.
with just his mum. But now I'm about it's like the other day was like, Dad, do you know what? Like I'm I'm sick of like just smoking weed. All I do is just roll weed. Like I don't even want to smoke weed anymore. It's boring. And I didn't say to him like, Keanu, yeah, I love you for that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really say too much because I didn't want to deter him, you know what I'm saying, or give him something too grown or intellectual at that point, you know what I'm saying, for him to overthink, because I wanted him to know why he's thinking it, because the reason why he was thinking it is because he ain't doing fuck all with his life. And I have been
Yeah.
saying little things to him without making him feel dead, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a growing, he's going to be a man soon, you know what I
Word.
mean? But I said to him, look, I don't need to tell you nothing, Keanu. I went jail at your age. You know all this. You knew what I did. Do you want to do that? Do you want that? No.
Facts.
I don't need to say nothing then, do I?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
being what I'm
why.
being now to show you whatever. And it's like, yeah, Dad, I know, I can see what you're doing. Yeah, like even my friend was like, oh, yo, your dad's a real G, innit? And I'm saying, yeah, but he's doing that because he sees my chain, he sees my clothes and that. I'm not a G, I'm not, that's not that. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah. He actually came to you because he came to a crossroad within himself. He didn't necessarily need the guidance. He understood what was right within his decision making and his thought process. And that's why he came to you and he talked to you about it. And although you might have been like real nonchalant about it, inside you were proud. He probably could read that. He could sense that. He know your energy, bro. Like that's why he came to you and talked to you like on some G shit. Like, yo, man, this shit ain't good, man. I don't feel good about this shit, man. Nah, that's
Yeah.
straight up.
Because he sees that I don't really blaze. Like when he's been around me, like we'll play on the computer and thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always saying to him, like, yo, why don't you be a nerd as well? And he's like, no. It's like, yo, come on, man, I ain't being a nerd. I'm like, come on, man, just be a little people. Look at what I am, what I do. He's like, yeah, but you're a big man now. Like you've done everything already. I'm saying, yo, what do you want to do? What are you doing? Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know. There's nothing to do. And I look at him, I think, there isn't. There is nothing really for you to do. So you're gonna have to stay around me, big boy. You know what I'm saying? You're
Word.
gonna have to be around me and learn all these little things that I'm doing. Because I ain't gonna be one of them dads who are gonna be saying, yeah, here's a pack. You know what I mean? Take my sales or
Yeah.
whatever, or wait. No, it's not that. It's not that. See, he'll get an allowance soon. When he
Mm.
hits 18, he'll get a little allowance every week. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he's 25, depending where he is, you know what I mean? I've already told him, you know, you'll get looked after. Well, you need to look after me when I'm old.
Right. That's the cycle of life, man. Come in this motherfucker need help. Leave out needing help. When you get old.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm lucky in a way. I'm lucky. My children they are growing well, to be fair. Like the two that I've got in my trust and that, just from them
Yeah.
being in that's kind of like, you know, I know they're settled, they're looked after, but you know, they're gonna have to work as well because they're not just gonna have, bam, there you go. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to work as well.
So, out of curiosity, if you could make a suggestion to someone who might not necessarily be in the same situation that you are, maybe if you like threw a way of like advice or how like give somebody an understanding as to how they could start from just some minor level of ownership, you know what I mean, to be able to pass down as far as like a legacy. Cause like I don't got kids. So it's not necessarily for me, but it might be for, somebody in the comments and stuff.
Yeah, more time. Like I was learning. See, I'm not gonna right. So see, the money I got was basically mon- so there was a few million, right, that was given to the Mashantucket Pika people, right, from where I was born in Jamaica. Because I'm not Jamaican. So when we had to leave, it was either America or Britain. We came to America for a bit, and my grandma didn't like it because there was a man who was just seemed just want to be like, she just needed to get away or something. So we come to England. Only We never knew. My grandma never knew. Like we got given a house. My grandma got given a house for having to be let move from the thingy in it, from the reserve base. But in 2013, it was certain other people that related to my grandma's brother, and he knew some other families that was on there that left and come to America. Some of them became Masons down the line, like 30, 40 years later, to where my great uncle, Tony Robinson, he was the first mayor in 1994 of this area that I live in now.
Dang.
His motherfucking brother was the one who got the money, basically the reparation, and some others, and never even gave it out to my grandma and some other people. We only got this blood clot money in 2016. I got some money in 2017. That's why I was able to open a trust. I got learned by a man as well, because I had to go to a lodge and everything to learn in it, because he was a Freemason. So I learned about like what to do with money, property and stuff, assets, how to set up my trust. So it took me about 2 years to learn all of that. And my grandma got some land back, but it was in my mum's name. And then I've got an issue because my mum passed in it like 6 months ago, or about 5 months ago. And
Sorry to
yeah,
hear.
I know
My
it's mad.
condolences to you, brother.
I know she was only 52 as well, man. But yeah, I think what happened to
Sorry.
her and moving and being took from wherever, that's another story anyway. But yeah, the land was in her name. So for years I've been dealing with it, but now it's like they're saying I can't deal with it because it's not in my name. So I've got to go
So
through some paperwork thing. Like they've always been trying to keep it.
so I don't mean to change the subject,
No, you can't.
but um what I meant as far as like, like pardon me, I hit my mic. As far as like what I was getting out, like a small understanding of like ownership.
Oh, like business.
Yeah, so like, all right, let's say like for instance, we all do the YouTube thing as creators
But
to own.
I self-incorporated my name.
Yeah,
Like my
intellectual
name's,
properties.
yeah, that's what my name is. So really,
Let's go.
I
Yeah.
should be getting, if I see my name, because I've had that name original to me since birth. So if I
Facts.
see that name with that little accent on the top of it, I should be able to sue people, because I see bag of people with BLU now. Everyone's calling
Yeah.
themselves Blue. And I've been that for years. I was the first Blue on YouTube.
The intellectual properties, fam. For sure.
But I'm
Yeah.
private though. That's why my name, because I'm a private corporation of myself. I don't pay tax
Right, right.
over here. Obviously I have to pay certain other bills and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
Right, of course.
yeah, there's certain things like a license. I ain't got a driving license.
Yeah.
You know,
We
I
yeah,
sorted
we
all that out.
yeah, we all done went many miles on these conversations in the deep conscious level. Like I be trying to bypass them joints, man. I
No, it's
don't be
hard, you
like,
know. It's because
pardon?
I still get stopped.
What do you mean?
Like
Oh,
I
to
still
not
get
be
stopped.
licensed.
Yeah, purposely.
Yeah.
They always stop me on purpose.
What, just to check your car and
No,
fuck
just to
with you a
fuck
little
with
bit,
me. Yeah, in
rough
my
you up a
area.
little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah, in my area. Yeah, they'll be like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "Oh my god, you stopped me like 2 weeks
mm,
ago." So
mm.
then sometimes I ain't got my paperwork on that. They make me drive all the way back, or they'll take my car there and then, and I'm like, "Well, you can't do that." But if I drive off and cause chase, then it's just even worse. You're trying to arrest me. So I ain't got, yeah, it's just mad. But with like with a business then, like
Yeah,
obviously you have to come off, if you want any benefits or anything, you have to come off benefits and go self-employed.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So obviously you get a higher tax bracket,
yeah,
pay more
right.
tax. But you can, let's say, use your tax money and say, well, that was expenditure for
Yeah, for
this.
sure.
You
Business
know,
expenses all day
that's
long.
that,
Yeah,
that's how people, they'll
yeah,
get a car what they don't need, claim it on expenditures, while and still rent that car out
yeah.
and get that car bought for. So it's almost for
Ah,
free. So
Yeah, that's a whole. That's a
So I'm learning
scheme.
little things like So I'm learning things like that. Asian man told me this, Pakistani man, but them they the man with all of the chemists with their name above it. Get me £750 £750,000 chemist and that with their name above it, and they're telling me all this, and I'm like, I'm thankful for this knowledge. I really am, because I don't care what type of mouth it comes from or what color of skin it comes from. If that knowledge is viable and attainable, thank you very much.
Yeah, true story.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? So yeah.
that's the heist in the thinker.
Yeah, for real. This is why I'm always telling people about health. This is why some people will get on my back all the time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I've been called all kinds of like funny little names, you know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Vegetable, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Banana man and all that. Because obviously people used to see me going gym with banana all the time, and they just get called banana man and stuff like that. But you know, after a certain time, you know, when I was giving people the CMOS and whatever, it was
Yeah.
starting to, even though it might have been a placebo effect at first, sometimes these placebo effects make the effect of the actual ingredients work. You know what I mean? Compared to the placebo effect of an aspirin, which only masks the nerve showing you the pain.
True. Yeah.
Doesn't sort out anything,
Yeah.
really.
Acetaminophen, NSAID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
It's all placebo. Pure
So
trickery.
yeah, so you know, it's funny that they don't give holistic placebos. You know what I'm saying?
There
Because
is
they
no holistic
exactly,
placebo. You
yeah,
can't.
exactly.
That's the GMO.
Well, yeah, true, true, true,
Yeah,
true.
that's the hijack for sure.
Yeah, yeah, because well, I think so, like when it comes to, let's say, when it comes to genetically modified, see, there's a place in London in the UK called the Crystal Palace, and it's a huge, huge greenhouse. And
Hmm,
that was where in the 1700s they were harvesting a lot of the fruit from the Americas and the Caribs, you know what I'm saying, and bringing them over.
hmm.
So it's like when I used to grow weed for entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes only on
I don't know how I just said
GTA.
that straight out like
Yeah, this
that.
on
uh,
GTA.
yeah, yeah, on GTA when I used to grow weed, yeah,
Yeah,
and that was even
right.
in a dream as well.
Yeah,
People would come to me and be
dreaming.
like, yeah, people would come to me in my dream and be like, yo, can I get a cutting from the mom? You
Right,
get me? And
right.
that's what they're using now for these fruits and everything, you
Facts.
know? So do you know, I hate it. The sweetness of just like, you know, when it's not GMO because it's gonna cost a lot more. Like
Yeah,
these mangoes are like nearly £2, which would be $2.20, $2.30 for a mango. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And by the time I've like peeled it and everything, all the juice has gone out of it anyway, all on my hand and everywhere. So I'm just like, damn, that was like £1.80 on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of the other foods is just bland, man.
Question.
Mhm.
Do they put the produce code like a sticker on you guys' produce out there?
Yeah, yeah, like where it's from.
Yeah. So does it have like a numerical code?
Yeah, oh yeah, barcode, yeah.
So you do know that when you look at the numbers, the ones that start with like a 9 or an 8, those are the ones that are non-GMO, pure organic.
Yeah, but they haven't got any in like our supermarkets.
Oh, okay,
Like real
yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
I
See,
have to
like
go
it.
to open markets and everything's more expensive.
Oh, so like natural, like people have their own little farms and then just have like little like I don't know, maybe cuz like I used to live in Cali and like people come through, bro, with all type of natural stuff that they make on their own, like icicles, little ice creams, juices, like uh like fruit bowls,
Yeah,
tamales,
yeah, yeah.
like
Sugar water and all them things.
yeah.
Cool, yeah,
I even
Kool-Aid you call it.
and I went to Africa back in 2002, bruh. They be having like even like the coconut water, like they have all type of shit out there in Africa. It hit different,
Yeah,
but
when I went Gambia, I seen that.
You
They had a
said
lot of
Gambia?
yeah, I went there. I went there in 2004. Yeah, for like this
To,
this soccer foundation.
nice. Yeah, I went to Ghana.
Scene. Okay.
Yeah, I was in Accra. So I
Yeah,
went to
Accra. Yeah.
like the slave castle. I seen all type of shit, but you know, stories, man.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but a lot of it's like what I learned over there because I went over there kind of like on a um humanitarian um so it was sport, education, agriculture. I was in the sports department.
Mhm.
So when I went over there, I was helping set up football or soccer foundations over there, you know what I'm saying? And politically, you
Yeah,
know, it's when I started getting my eyes open to like, you know, a lot of these people's ancestries and things like that, and how a lot of these countries on the west coast of Africa were being made by like UNESCO, which is the United Nations of Education, Science, and
facts.
Cultural Appropriation. And I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
So like a lot of what I was learning over there, I was like, oh, that's mad. And then stuff what they were telling me, like even when I went Egypt and like I'm like, yo, where are the like, black people? Like no one's
That's
really
a
like
dream.
interested in none of these things. Like none.
Yeah,
Like why are people in
man.
America so interested in shit over here what's been made in the 1900s? Trust me, it was baffling. It was I'm so privileged to be able to go places. Like
that's a dream for me to go there, bro. I
peace,
gotta go
Rashad.
there.
Yo, wait, let me show you Rashad something. So I'm part of the crew now, Rashad. You heard? The TSL. Yeah, you know. Yeah, sorry, Heist.
Yeah, I don't even know where I was at.
No, we're just chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? No, you was on about Ghana, you was on about
Ah, yeah. Man, that motherfucker is crazy though. It's like it's super nice, bro. I got all type of pictures, bro. Like you know, when you see what they depict it to be or Africa, cuz like the whole continent is like what, 66 countries or something like that. Like they show either Egypt or somewhere where it's the slums, or they'll
yeah, they
show you
always used
some
to do that in
or some
Ethiopia with
animals.
them, yeah, them swollen belly flies around them, like
Yeah.
send
What
$2.
what's Gambia like?
Gambia's the same as Ghana. Like
Oh,
be the
so
same,
it's
yeah.
culture. They
Culture,
culture.
yeah,
They got
yeah.
cities. They got fast food. They selling shit on the road. You got Benzes, Beamers, Land Rovers, all that shit.
One thing
Yeah.
I did like though the most over there was they love their skin texture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember one time there was an incident where there was some people at this shop and they had some in I don't know, I think it was in French. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it was to do with the baking soap, the whitening soap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cake soap.
And yeah, the cake soap and they didn't want it there. And I thought, yeah, man, I
Ah,
like that. I like that. Because in
yeah.
Jamaica, you had dopey man like Vibes Cartel pushing
Man,
that blood clot thing. Trust me.
they they was selling it at some of the African spots here because my mom, she came back with like some of the recipes. I went with my mom in 2002, and we came back here and they gave her all type of little recipes, but the only place that you could find these particular spices are like international grocery stores or like a Mexican store. You got to go to
Mm.
an African store. So like when we go to the African store, bro, like in behind the counter you'll see all the specialties, you feel me, like, and they had a cake soap up there propped up all nice and neat, like beside the shea, knowing that you need the shea and you don't need the bleach, like but it's all for
It's
marketing, like,
disheartening.
yeah.
It's disheartening, but like I say, these are mental healths that are being put on people because they use man like cartel and Vibes Cartel as a go between because
Truth.
You know, he was like the world boss. He was blowing up at the time.
Who
He was the infiltrator by the Masons because
vibes?
yeah man. Him yeah
Ain't
man.
he locked up,
Yeah,
right?
he's locked up still, but
Yeah.
me don't know if him really lock up. Me don't know about that because enough of them man are Mason and thing and them say them lock up, but really them are run street till and go on another place because if you think I don't know why I'm speaking that, but if you think about it, you have Vibes Cartel a bleach out him skin to him look like Michael Jackson, but
Huh?
people are say, yo, how you get your kin so like a drug you must be take, you know, a drug you must take. So
Yeah.
I him say, yo, a style man, a style me have. So me might want to go dark one time. So basically, all I'm saying is some of these man can bleach out and then turn back brown again, and we won't
Nah,
even know
nah.
who they are. All them tattoo that he had are
You ain't
gone.
gotta break it. You ain't even gotta break it back in, bro. I caught all that. You brought it back to proper English. Nah, keep cooking, bro. Nah, I caught all that. Nah,
Yeah,
for
because
real.
but that's it. Because my proper twang's gone now. Like I say, because
Yeah.
of the Anglo size.
Nah, you gotta cook sometimes, bro. Cause I got a homie, got a nigga from Florida, man. He just moved back to Florida like 6 months ago. This man like half Haitian, bruh. So sometimes he'll go off on some shit and it sound like you, bruh. And I be having to look, my mans. I be having to listen so slow to decipher what's actually being said, cause you'll chop some shit, cut something in half, say the end of the last word. Like, bruh, I caught all of it. But yeah, nah, vibes. As far as like what you had said, I'm not familiar with none of that stuff. I got to do my own research and look into it, but I wasn't hip. I didn't know.
Yeah, he
I didn't
really
know he
took
was
to it.
pushed.
He
I didn't
really
know he
took
was
to it.
pushed.
Yeah, man. Like there was an incident where yo, you know the maddest thing as well. Kingland must have done say, yo, me want to send a one white police officer over yard and make him see everything and if anything bad me want him broke it up. And me want him control everything. Make him go down there and say, yo, vibes, you have to calm with the thing, you know, brother. Because enough people are going to bust up a shot and everyone head a little splatter like sour sop and them thing there. So, yo, you have to calm down. You know what I'm saying? So this white officer that went over there, who's from Kent, like, he's gone over there as a police
Can't
detective in
UK?
2000, yeah, in 2006. And I'm like, yo, I wonder this bomba will I go on. This is a man who's just come over here to try and protect people. Yeah, he's gonna breed it up one of the cisterns and then go about his business. Like just gone. He didn't even deal with the police and thing. So they had to send someone else who was a coconut basically. And in one of them
Uh
and them in one of the officer Leng who just kill off him own people them, left them in a
yeah.
gutter.
So you said white on the inside, brown on the outside. You heard?
Yeah man, bounty.
Coconut.
You know about bounty in it, bounty.
Yeah.
That's why yeah, that man bounty killer. See
Bounty killer. That's
them
old
man,
school.
yeah man, bounty killer,
Yeah. That's old
Capleton,
school.
Sizzler. One of them man
Yeah.
could never step in a England because them say,
You fuck
yo,
with Capleton?
yeah man, bonfire, yo,
Yeah.
come on man,
Yeah, more
come on
fire. You
man.
did.
But
Yeah, straight
remember,
up.
he was not allowed in England
Yeah, that's a
because of
fact.
the homophobic thing.
Rasta. Because of the Rasta shit, right?
Yeah, and because obviously his songs are thingy in it.
Yeah, right.
Um, kill Bate man, fun Bate man. You know what I mean? So you know, Saddam fighting. Like, they don't want none of that
Yeah.
because he's going to
Yeah,
cause
fact.
riots. Are you
Yeah,
mad, blood?
facts.
He would
Yeah,
cause a
facts.
riot.
Mm. Man,
So then you have to start making man be, all a dead light skin in a bomber cloth and gay in America. I mean, in Jamaica, and have them in like jungle and Remar and Trenchtown and them places where bad man are there. You
but
know,
my
because
but my question is, throughout all that, like if Vibes was rocking with him and he know what the agenda is, how they catch him up?
this is what happens. See, he was pushing peace enemies public. See, he was pushing that Sweet 16, and gun thing and all of them thing. And then when the powers that be who run the music industry in Jamaica knew that, say, yo, Vibes Cartel, he's the one that we're gonna use to manipulate and manipulate the youth them. You know what I'm saying? Make them breed up all over the place, because he was the number one selling on the internet in 2004 and 3 and everything. So
yeah, facts. He was punishing the mixtapes even here.
Trust me, and as well,
bro.
over here we was smashing it, and as well,
Punishment.
because we weren't listening to, remember, we had bigger man saying, yo, I idiot you this. Go listen to Sizzler. You know what I'm saying? I idiot you this. Go listen to some big youth. Go listen to some dub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But we were like, yo, this is our type of music. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that we were being fundamentally manipulated by it. But the thing what people did notice in Jamaica was, yo, why is Vibes Cartel having that the pyramid in the eye and all of them fuckery? And my man said on camera, yo, enough people I say, yo, why are the pyramid and the eye and the thing? And you know what I say to them people, them look on the American dollar. You see the pyramid and you see the higher Horus. What you chat about? and where you say underneath, in God we trust. And I'm thinking, yo, you've just exposed yourself big time. And then he's got 666 on him, he's got all these devilish tattoos. And I feel, say, some of the things that he was doing as well, beating up certain girl outside the studio, and I was dealing with certain man like Ja Vinci and certain man, and some of his people, them are switching on him, saying, yo, your lyrics is your fire, you know what I'm saying? But as a man, you're idiot. You know what I'm saying? Even his manager come on TV and said, yo, you can't hear?
No, I'm here.
Oh, it's live though. No, I think enemy. Yes, enemy. I thought he said he couldn't hear. But yeah, even his manager must have come on, and he was American, innit? He was American Jamaican. So it was a mad little accent, but he was saying, yo, Vibes, you're my brother, you know. But you know, come get me, you know, kill me, you know, brother. You know, kill me, you know, brother. You must say mad. You don't know me, you know, brother. You think so you can come scare me? You come look after you, and now you want to come dead me? And I'm thinking raw. And I'm thinking raw. Man said that on live TV. And then bam.
They locked his ass up.
Yeah, because as well, remember, he's gonna be a brother where he thinks he's got that full protection. Like, imagine me, like, look.
He's got it. Yeah, he
right,
thinks.
But look, check this. 7 years ago, when I was dealing drugs at my height and making mad money, if I was like a Freemason who they come and said to me, yo, we're gonna let you do all of this, right? We just want you to pump the streets. You're not gonna go to jail. You're gonna make mad money. And I'm taking that and thinking, yo, I'm the man. Man ain't telling me shit. And then I start murking, man. Police are going to be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? The Masons are going to lock me up. So that's what's probably happened, because he stepped out of his line, out of the boundaries that they've given him. You get me? They gave him an inch and said, yo, take the mile, but take that mile and do not take 3 miles. And that's what he did.
He took an inch after the 3 miles. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. 1 inch after 3.
But he's got an appeal, but why? Like I say, I don't even know if he's locked up, because this man, see, the maddest thing in it, like, when all these people dead, you always hear about how they've got a massive catalogue of tunes that just keep coming out for years and years.
Facts.
After these people are dead or locked up. And he's been having like at least 3-4 albums out since he's been dead. Yearly. Yeah, like I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. I mean, since he's been alive in jail. Sorry. So like, come on, man. What is it really?
But his career is kind of like Max B. I don't know if you know who Max B is, but like,
picture me roll it. Yeah, of course I do, man.
Yeah, bro. Max B done dropped like 50 albums, but he been locked up for like 10 years.
And stack bundles as well. No, stack bundles,
yeah,
man.
Facts. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Facts. But yeah, that posthumous album thing.
Wait, is he still locked up?
Who?
Max B.
Yeah, hell.
What, on the 75?
75, bro.
Yo, that was evil. How they do? Yo, you know the mad thing as well when you hear about Maynard and who's the other one? Jill Santana and them type of people, and think, how come you're not? You know what I mean?
Right. Right, for sure. For sure. But I think that way about Joel Santana. I feel like when you could look at Joel Santana's trajectory in music, he should be on the same level as Lil Wayne, but he not credited or appreciated because his career dwindled. But yeah, that's another story. But man, as far
Well,
as vibes, man,
yeah, man, because the next
I
one
hope
from
he
him
get
is
it.
Popcorn.
Yeah,
Popcorn. He's a little
yeah,
devilish youth as well. Man, like
yeah.
Uncle D, man, like Sparta, Tommy
Is
Sparta. Like,
is Popcorn still OVO?
yeah, yeah.
He's still
Come on, man.
OVO,
He's got to
yeah.
be brought into that, in it, because that's the owl.
Yeah, for sure.
You
OVO,
know what I mean?
OTO.
That is, yeah, that is that. Hmm, interesting. It could be, yo,
Nah,
that's mad.
nah. I didn't make that up. Diadeck did. RP Diadeck, fam.
Oh, Didex said a lot of things, to be fair, like
Yeah,
that I kind
yeah,
of took notice of. That you're not
yeah,
gonna lie.
Diadeck the GOAT, man.
I never had an argument with my man ever, which was strange. Like,
Me
because
either.
I kind of agreed with like certain. I just liked how I put it on people's toes. You know what I'm saying? Just said it how it is. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's yeah, for real.
Yeah, I don't think I ever come at an angle where I try to like go against people. I more or less just give an opinion, and then like when I get countered 2 or 3 times, I just be like, all right, fuck it. I ain't got no way to explain it no other way. I give up. And then I just disappear.
Yeah, for real. You know when it's like, okay, this guy's not even biting. For
Yeah, I
real.
don't I don't
I
like
used to.
debate.
I used to. But like I say, see, most of what we've spoke about, believe it or not, always kind of almost leads back to health.
Yeah,
You know,
true
when
story.
the richness of it, and what you can gain from being healthy, a healthy mind, healthy thinking, healthy living, just having a clear view of things. Um,
Facts.
and I think one of the most damaging instruments to the mind at the moment is social media. Is a lot of these
What about you had
social.
you had broke up before you said instrument.
Yeah,
What
I
about
think the
instrument?
most damaging instrument to people at the moment is these social media sites and social media in general.
Who was that said it's a compare and contrast game? Somebody not in the communities. Somebody culturally in the last like week, like I be all over the place. I be clipping like mad videos, bro. But somebody in the last week, fam, said social media has created a compare and contrast system. And it brings in the little circle chart where it kind of looks like a Hegelian dialectic, where you got one circle that's a full circle and another circle that's a full circle, and then you put them together in the middle, and you got that general consensus in the middle, but you got negative opinion and an outside opinion. Like, that's damn. I lost my
Yeah,
whole
but I
shit
like,
talking
see,
talk
that's to
about
do with
Hegelian.
you do that in psychology. When I've done a bit of psychology,
Yeah,
like at uni, and that you do them things because it's basically showing a spiral of it's like having, like you say, these two sides. So
right.
you'll have one circle. On one side of that circle, you'll have one, and then on the other side of that circle, you'll have like the other suggestion with
Yeah.
the other circle inside it with something else on each side of that as well.
But take it out of that context, and then it's the Hegelian dialectic. I wasn't putting it in the context of that, but in order to see a diagram of what I was saying as far as like the compare and contrast, because like in social media, you got, positive influences, people who give you great vibrations, You learn things from people. It's all pros. And then you got the riffraff, the negativity, the bullshit. But somehow it's appealing and attractive. And then somehow they just intersect in the middle and they create a general consensus of what the social media thing is. On one end, it's purely negative and all demonic. But then sometimes it's like, how can you escape the matrix when you learn so much within it?
Yo, thank you. Yo, I am so glad you said that, because that would lead me on to say that I'm so glad I learned. No, yeah, I'm glad that I was in part of the system or the matrix to learn part of the system in the matrix. Otherwise, I'd not have that fundamental inner standing of it. I'd just be standing under it. You know what I mean? So, I've got videos of when I've yes, DB Pa, always welcome. Mami Chula, always welcome. So I've got videos of when I've been in the lodge, you know what I mean? And I've videoed like the Mason Hall and stuff like that. And that's all just to show people, because a lot of people talk without showing. So I've just got to put it all together, you know what I mean? Edit it all together as good as possible, which would probably be crap. But I wanted to show people things that I've seen in there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where I've got a lot of my information from to do with common law. Just to see, it's not about copying these people, but it's about learning the rhetoric and what they say towards what they gain from what they say in a way, and how they open doors. That's all.
I don't really know anything or much about them, but I do study and I do research that topic. So, like, I'm not that. I don't want to be that, but I still be interested and intrigued by those things. So if you drop the video, I'm sure I'd be one of your viewers, one of your commenters. I'd see it. I'd tell you how I feel about it. But
yeah, that's what it's for. That's what I do it for, because I'm not doing it to show, oh, look at me, really, like, because it's not that big a deal, to be fair. Like, it's not that deep, like being a Mason.
Right. But also to agree with what you were saying, like, to not be completely biased. You can learn something from anything or anyone. It could be a template to, a better anyone. So I don't know where, all right, it get conspiracy at that point where you kind of like connect negative things with what that is. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here.
You know what an alumni? You know what an alumni?
That so shit is all fraternities.
Yeah, so I'm an alumni, right? But I don't. I'm only telling you, right, and the people in here. I trust you. I trust your mind is not to think, oh my God, this guy's gonna be like, this guy's nothing like that. I'm not even on no level to even be anything of significance. The only significance I can be is to my children and people around me. And where I want to be is helping people who look like me, look like my children who are darker than me, and look like their mums and look like my mums and my families. And you know what I'm saying? But I'll help everyone on a whole. But ultimately, I've got certain people that I'm tunnel vision to help. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get that. I want to get my foot in the door. I don't want to be. No, I'm not having it no more. I do not want to be. I don't want some of these youths being taught by people who have had no lived experience. So I need to get myself into these corridors so I can get what I need to then say, fuck you lot, bye. I've got what I wanted now. I've sucked as much as I can out of this place. That's what I want to do. People should be doing that. We need to be doing that. None of these higher ups are any better than us.
Yeah, nah. All it is proper dedication and understanding who you are and what your purpose is, for what the end goal and the end result is. Like, for yourself, for the people that you love, for a statement. You know what I mean? Like everybody should stand for something. But like I had told my mans to join, because I study this shit so much. I low key want to see if I could test him or quiz him on what I know, just based on my own reading and research.
On what topic do you mean? On being a
On
Freemason?
yeah, on masonry, but he don't want to join. But my man's is like one of them dudes, man. Like he one of them dudes, not on no weird shit. I'm saying like as far as like success or name in the city, to where like you say your name has a legacy where you from. So where I'm from, my man's his name is a good name, and you know what I mean. He hold weight here, like his family,
That's
like
good. We need man
they
like that. We need
but
brothers like that in the community that we
but
can look
but
up to and trust.
yeah, but like as far as like he's on a understanding with like what we talk about in our deep conscious communities, of course, but the masonry shit, he ain't fucking with that. Like I tried to tell him to get on it, but I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah. They've tried to
quiz
bring
him.
me in more though, but I don't really
Uh,
want to get brought in. They only
he,
want to bring me in more is because some of the ideas that I've had about the area that I live in and the environment,
but
and it's just
somebody approached him though, and he said no.
yeah. I was approached to be like to join the Freemasonry, and
Yeah,
just give me just give me a couple days to like think about it. And when I left, when I was like, as soon as I said that and turned away, I was like, oh, these man are
fuck.
dickheads. I was like, I'm already an alumni because I went fucking uni. Like, I ain't being a
Yeah,
Freemason like that. Like, no, that's
yeah,
weird. Like, I don't want to go to their meetings and, their dues and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't
yeah.
know. You're not using me on the aesthetics of how I look, neither. Because that's why do you think you see it so prevalent now? Everyone's doing it. Everyone's within this Freemasonry. It's a sponsorship now as well. Then they do the little sign.
Yeah,
That's to say, I'm sponsored by Freemasonry or whatever.
yeah.
That's why I'm standing at the brick wall. No, I'm joking. Hey, it's all coming
Yeah.
out now, man. Bottle of rum, you get anything out of me. Dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I just wanted to better myself, to be fair, and
Word.
part of me wanted to better myself before was thinking, yeah, let's be a drug dealer, let's sell drugs, let's do this, let's do that, let's have 4 baby mothers, let's run around the area like a madman and whatever. Let's get a name for yourself in the wrong way. That's the
Right.
environment and the way I thought I was being taught. I thought that was the way. Well, no, I didn't think it was the way because obviously deep down you always know you're doing wrong. But I didn't have the maturity or knowledge of self yet. I'm saying, to know better. I know way better now. I know better to not step into certain areas that I mean not areas in general. I mean like in corridors or places of academia or whatever. I know not to go to because I know I don't fit that, so I won't go there.
Yeah. Facts.
But other places, yeah, I'll test the waters and see how it is. And like when I've gone to this lodge, it's like just like walking in court. I've walked in court so many times. When you walk in there, it's just like being in a part of a court, into
Yeah.
the
I could
magistrates or
imagine.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um.
could
But
imagine.
I just because obviously with all this, I've been on YouTube for a while. I hear people talk about it all the time. So I thought to myself, you know what? Me taking videos, I can show people. So anyone talking, I want to hear if they really are Masons, because the videos that I've got of the hall and everything, I've not heard people talk about it. Even I fell out with a guy on YouTube because he said he was a Mason. I questioned him on a few things, and it's like he didn't have the answers. And I was like, wow, these are basic fundamentals. Like I'm not like you don't have 33. You don't do 33 degrees. You do 3 degrees of three things.
Yeah, right, right. It's all just trickery after
It's all in three.
level.
Everything's all in threes.
Yeah,
Seven.
after level 9, it's pure games. It's theatrics.
It don't. Do you know what as well? It don't even go in levels really like that as well. From what I've learned, it's more about positions that you attain. So a 33-degree Mason, once that means
Mm,
you're a master of that craft. So your craft might be Like, I don't know if you play certain computer games, but on FIFA that I play, the football soccer game, when you become a master of your art, you get the Freemason sign, which is the compass and square. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's what you get as like the NFT. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Why do you think people get called goats in sport? Because the goat is
right.
obviously a Freemasonry. You know, so there's little bits like that, but on like a base level, I've just learned about the positions that these people hold in in these three chairs that are spaced out. You know what I'm saying, on the checkerboard, and what
Mm,
positions they take in the county or the shire
mm,
or the city or the town. See, if when you become a mayor, you've already gone past your lodge, you've already gone past your constituency. You are very high. When you're a
mm.
president, which is a person who presides as a CEO or a president of a land corporation, Jesus, not even Jesus, apologies. You are super high on the scale. You know what I'm saying? And he's not high compared to
Right.
certain other people who are running him. So when you hear people saying that they're a 33-degree Mason, right? Ask them what state, what county you running, what prince,
Mm,
what province are you under? They will say, "What do you mean? Well, you can't be a fucking 33-degree Mason and just be not have nothing. You need to be running something." Blood.
it's it,
This is why I'm
it's
telling people get little businesses themselves. My go on, Bridget. My bad.
SBAs, facts, small business accounts all day long. Uh, the deception in masonry is that the third degree is a master, but then your 33rd is a master of the craft. So a person
Exactly.
could technically define themselves as a master,
Yeah, I hear what
or
you're saying, but they won't be looked
yeah,
at in the group of Masons. You won't get looked at. It's like as a golfer, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
you have the masters. They give you the green coat or the red coat. I'm not sure, because you have the Grand Slams. You become a master at that sport. Tiger Woods is a master mason of his sport, because he got to
facts.
the masters. You know what I'm saying? You have it in snooker. Yeah, you have these elite sports. But this is why they have to fake people as well. They have to fake sporting heroes as well to make a legacy. You know what I'm saying? To make history and stuff like that. Um, and most of the time, it's the most feeblest people that they've put up there who have just been given the best opportunity and promotion possible. You know what I'm saying? And they would have been, because over here you get people who have been handed um, um, contracts, at 17 years old at like some of the most prestigious football clubs or soccer clubs. And because their families there, and then once their career finishes, they get the most prestigious jobs in management and coaching, yet they've not even been coaching long enough. But it's because their name, and they're in that fratus, that brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like I say, there is big degrees, no pun intended, of and levels of when someone says to you they're a mason. See, we all should be masons, meaning on a building level. We all should want to
A
build
build,
our
yeah.
own solo self up first, and then the ones around you, if they're on that, you know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science.
Or it is. If it's NASA, at that point your Freemasonry becomes rocket science.
Sure, I like. Yeah, you're quick still. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, for real.
Nah, true story.
Hey, do
Um,
you know what? Just randomly on NASA, have they got any competitors?
what is it?
Do NASA have competitors?
I think they do, but they recruit all of them. It's kind of like all the other agencies and orders. It's just a recruitment process. But yeah, one person is Elon Musk. You got
Oh
SpaceX,
yes, yeah.
but he's
Richard
also
Branson.
but he's also doing contracts with the government. Richard Branson is not. Virgin's doing nothing. That galactic thing is doing nothing. I got
So
stocks in
so
that shit.
Elon
I'm
Musk
mad I
though.
lost money. Huh?
So Elon Musk had to borrow money of people. He had to borrow like 30 odd million, didn't it, to buy Twitter or something. Or 30 odd
40,
billion.
44.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a funny number, isn't it, to give him? Because that 44 is like a stage where you're a builder now. Like you've gone past the apprentice, you've gone past, the novice, the intermediate. Now saying you're ready to be the maker. You know what I mean? The 44.
yeah. But yeah, he paid 44 for that joint. But aside from that, the SpaceX thing, they got a lot of like contracts, bro. Like they get billions from NASA to do NASA's work. So like all the new satellites that's up in the sky and the car that's floating around supposedly out of low Earth orbit, all that stuff. It's supposed to be a Tesla in the sky right now. Like it's a website you supposed to be able to track a red Tesla flying around our orbit.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
So where's the electrical power station in space for that car to generate more electricity for it to drive around?
It's not driving, but it's got some type of little propeller on the back. I don't know what the hell it is.
So they're using. So if it was real, they'd have to use. Wait there. If it was real, you'd have to use solar.
I'm about to look it up.
You'd have to use solar in it. See, because remember, this is where we're getting had. Like, this is why I never bought an electric car, because how like when you watch Formula One, Lewis Hamilton and all them lot, they have renewable energy, so they don't have to go to no charging point, and they're probably driving at least
right
170, 200 miles in a race. So we should they've blocked it to where we should be able to renew that energy again, because a hybrid works if you go over 30 miles an hour. That's when your petrol starts hitting it. Below 30 miles an hour, it's electric. Go on, think of.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You mind if I share the screen just so we could look at this Tesla in space?
Yeah, go on. Do I have to do it?
I hit the share button. You gotta accept it. I just want for us to look at this car that has a supposed man in it. Nah, not me. You gotta accept whatever that little share thing is, cause I hit share on my end, and I could see that it wants to show. Do you see my screen where it's got like the globe? Might have to go into the settings. It's possible you could have like defaulted this. Yep. All right. So look, this is supposedly a Tesla in space. Flying around. Holy real images.
Yo.
But they show us this shit where it's a green screen and they just like fucking GMO'd my man over there with a mirror.
I said GMO'd. Yo, that's shocking.
But yeah, they hit him with the byproduct, fam. Yeah, nah, they hit my man with the byproduct. But it's supposed to be a website. Which is crazy. This was years ago. All right, look, where's Starman? A telescope is loading. All right, so it's saying, look, it supposedly gave some measurements as to where this GMO Starman is supposed to be. They saying his Roadster is here right now. I don't know why they put the cheap Tesla up there. They should have put the fucking the Cybertruck up there or something. If they gonna get Cyborg with it. But yeah, they saying we here. The fucking car they put in the sky is over here. And it achieved a fuel economy of 19,000 miles per. I'm gone. Nah,
That
I'm
makes
done.
no
I'm
sense.
done sharing, fam. I'm done
that
sharing,
makes no
fam.
sense.
Supposedly, there's a Tesla by Mercury right now. But nah, that's the dude who doing all them space contracts right now. He got the NASA joint on lock. So everything that's going from the government to NASA is getting funneled into SpaceX and Tesla and big business and private prisons and all that extra shit. And Twitter.
Oh, so you meaning that's where Elon Musk comes into it? Peace,
Yeah,
drop.
that's
What's going on?
More good, man.
What's
How's
good,
the
Drop?
day going?
You know, I'm feeling vainglorious, man. I'm about to go in another area, so I don't got no background.
But yeah, what's good, Drop? But that's what I was talking about as far as the car, bruh. Like Elon is getting the money recycled in. Like he owned Tesla, so he also owned like the SpaceX thing, but he also owned the Boring Company. He owned what is the other shit? He got something else. He worked Neuralink. Yeah, the shit where you put the brain in the computer, the little interface. He doing something real shape shifty with all this shit. And he gonna do a phone. Like, he gonna do a phone within like 10 years. He already got the satellites in the sky where he giving niggas internet. Like, you could sign up for his internet and delete your internet service and you'll somehow
Wow.
dead ass, you'll somehow
that's
have
bad boy still.
bruh, he on some other shit. How much data do he need? He building some shit.
A lot of people say dude is basically a robotoid, a fucking robot. They like, that ain't even a human motherfucker. Joe Rogan asked him, he was like, bro, are you an alien? He said, possibly could be. He like he don't even know what he is. The
That
dude
was his
is
response?
Yeah, just type it in the Joe Rogan show. He was like, I could be, maybe, I think it is. Basically, he don't consider himself human, like the data he got in this goddamn mind. No, this shit real.
Yo,
This shit
what he's saying then? He's saying that like he could be like an actual USB, like a walking USB, collecting all this data.
Saying he don't know. He's saying he don't know. But when Rogan asked him, he was just looking at him like, I don't know. Like he really don't know. Like he really don't. You know how like you a human being. This dude really don't know. And the shit he know, either he a spokesman for some type of higher intelligence, or they just put something over him. Because the shit he know, you can't be taught. That's the whole thing. They like, well, how you even know how to do this? Tesla ain't tell you shit. There's secrets that the average human mind just don't know. So when something happens that seems like a miracle, it's really because you just don't know how to do it. It's a magic trick. And they know all the tricks to control the man. And the shit crazy, but I do believe our ancestors had all this shit in place already, and they just re-engineering this shit. I believe all this. When they say a satellite, they're not talking about nothing in space. They just talking about the all-seeing eye, and all them satellites is connected together. It's nothing but a drone that's feeding into the towers. If you tear down all the cell phone towers, won't nobody have a connection. So now they want to give us satellites which is nothing but a drone in the sky that's connected to a tower. But they tell us it's these big, phenomenal things floating around in space, and they can go up there with a spacesuit and these big ass gloves on and fix shit. You know how big a boat gotta be for you to turn it with gloves on? Go ahead, you got it.
Yo, not even that. I was just thinking then, innit? Like, I was just thinking then as well. Like what Thinker was saying earlier. Like, see, we see the sun some certain times, and it looks. Look, we know it's low. You know what I'm saying? We know it ain't as far as what they say. So how are these satellites? They would only have to work with solar energy. So if they're above the light, because every time they show us pictures of space, there's no light. Where's the light then? Like, when does it stop? Like the light that we see, when does it stop? You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't looking up to that light and then seeing darkness through it. We never do. But these photos seem to show us that. Go on, Drop.
And you facts with that, because they never explain how the fuck the Earth lit up from the sun, but the space is not. How the hell the light just don't shine until it get through our orbit? They'll give you shit like, oh, the molecules, yeah, there's certain particles in the air that makes the sky blue. And no, that's bullshit. If the rays is coming from the sun, the sky should be, the space should be lit up. You got all these stars, moons, everything lit up from our view. But when they go up there, them the only things that's lit up and everything is black. They don't show a ray coming from the sun hitting the earth or none of that. They say, go ahead, you got it.
Sorry, and one last thing as well, while you say that, you just made me think, if that's the case as well, when the sun is rotating and it goes dark on one side of the earth and light on the other, why isn't the space showing that? Why aren't they like a half and half in space as well? You know what I'm saying?
And why they don't show the night sky and blue sky when they out of space, but we can see it up under it. So when you go out of space, where did that sky go? Where did that blue and that black go? You know what I mean? It just disappeared. Like, that's how you know what we looking at is a fucking dome. And what they showing us ain't the same, because you're supposed to see the shield going around the earth. If you don't see this blue sky over here and a black sky over here, where the sky go? Because we're not looking in the outer space. That's obvious.
Exactly.
We see a couple stars, but the stars is further than the planet. But we see the stars with our naked eye. We need a telescope to see the planets. They got the planets lined in a row, but we never see a planet cross the sun. But we see the moon eclipse it, and all these planets is bigger than the moon. So if the moon,
so what you're saying? You're saying that they don't explain the planets. Point. You get me? I'm gonna say that again, Drop, Carl. These are the things I want to tell my children. Point.
Yeah, you would see the planets eclipse it. It's like 3 planets in front of us. They've been telling us. Here's what they told me when I was a kid. The planets rotate around the sun. And gradually they get closer to the sun, and the planets go into the sun, and this is what fuels the sun. But they stopped at Mercury. Why Mercury ain't went into the sun yet? And if that is true, then that means they saying we gonna come out our orbit and have to bounce to Mars. That's why they studying Mars. They saying Mars in X amount of years is gonna be in our orbit, and we gonna be in the orbit next to feed the sun, and we gotta bounce off Earth onto Mars. And then after 2,000 years of that, we gotta bounce off Mars and stay in this orbit. That's a bunch of baloney, man. I don't buy it.
Yeah, but, and you know what else? Go on, Thinker. You want to say something, Mike? Go on.
I just was going to put the exact measurement out there. It's supposed to be 2460. 2,460 years is what equates where our rotations flip into a whole nother planet's time system or whatever the case may be. But yo, fam, you hit the fucking nail on the head by saying the planets, they should technically eclipse the sun and do that same exact thing that we get when we feel like that shit is special and want to take pictures of the shit. Bruh, Go ahead, Blue. Cook them.
No, I've just wrote that down what he said there still because yeah, I like see when he said it where my brain knew there was something wrong. You know what I mean? It didn't add up with my subconscious. So I've just wrote that down. You know what I mean? As another way to kind of indoctrinate my children into the right thing. But
It's all
go on, drop.
it's all Masonic codes, like you said. 24 and 6, that's 66. Um, 3 6 is 93 miles away. Spinning 3,000 miles. It's all 3 6s and 9s. And they think we don't see these numbers. That's how I know that y'all fabricating them for y'all goddamn Masonic agenda. Because all the numbers that they say about all this shit is 369. You can just look them up. How fast we traveling through space, how fast the Earth's spinning, how far the sun is away. All that shit is 666, man, and the shit ill. Like we spin at 3,000. The sun 93,000 miles away. Dude just said 24 and 6. That's 66. All they numbers, it's like y'all lying, bro. Y'all gotta achieve your agenda, man. Or if they not lying, that's what makes 666 so powerful.
And the all roots of like the square roots of 3, because everything comes in threes as well. That's what that is as well. They've used the square root of 3 as their math to dictate all these Masonic numbers as well. So yeah, these are all their codings of. See, they might have like these numbers mean a certain. They might have a quote next to it or something like that. You know what I'm saying, or what it's to attain this. This will be the number type of thing, you know what I mean? Through their book of lies and indoctrination. Let's, like how you've got codes already and ethics of like what you might go to, like, I don't know, section 24 of this and, what is it? Section 24.
Article 6.
Yeah. And that's what they'll have, but they'll have their numbers, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I like how I dropped that, you know what I mean? That was fundamental to me in a way, because man's just learning me. It's not even learning me something, made my brain like react to that again, because sometimes you need to be shown the bullshit again, but being told in a different way.
Yeah. Wouldn't those eclipses, especially on those planets where it's larger than Earth, like specifically supposedly Jupiter and Saturn, like them big joints, when they go around around the sun, because they supposedly have a whole totally different revolution for a day and a whole totally different year pattern, but we don't never see that motherfucker block the sun, and it should be 5 times the size of the sun.
Yo, that's mad.
A fact. That's a fact.
That's
Enemy.
mad.
Public's enemy. Salute, OG.
For real. Yo, this
That's
is
a
making me
fact.
feel a bit dumb. Because I don't know.
I feel
forgot
dumb
all of
as shit
this.
too. This nigga's an astrophysicist on the low.
No,
Look,
but what
if you-
Jock just said there has made me feel stupid. Not like he's made me feel stupid, but I should know this shit. But like you say, he said it in a different way for me.
Yeah, as long as you keep it elementary, it's real simple. It's like this. If they say we spin in a certain way at a certain miles per hour, going around the sun at 3 o'clock every single day, you should have your telescope set and the sun is right in the middle of it. If not, it's off. That means either the earth is slowing up or they wrong completely and the earth not even spinning. The only thing we see moving is the sun and moon. But they say we're moving and that shit's stationary. So just like I can point the telescope at Polaris and every night Polaris shine, it's going to be in the middle of my telescope. And what they don't tell you about telescopes is, say I want to define Mars, right? First of all, it's going to take you at least 3 months because you're only going to get 4 clear skies, right? So cool. Now you got to sit and wait. So when the next time it's a clear sky, Polaris should be right in the middle of your telescope, which they proved. But they ain't proved that with no other celestial thing. So that means if we spinning, Polaris has to mimic every single move the Earth do.
Or not move at all.
No, if we moving, then Polaris wouldn't be in the same place. right?
Factual.
But by Polaris, so they saying
Unless
we're moving. That means Polaris got to be moving right with us, like a baton, two ends of a baton. No matter how you spin it, they connected on each side of the baton. That's not what's happening, and I don't think they know what's happening. There's just a lot of money in the think you know what's happening. We don't
Hey,
know this shit flat. We don't know if it's spinning or stationary. We believe. So anybody that don't believe in shit, well, you will never know the truth. Because the truth is never gonna be laid out. Only
Yeah,
certain parts of the truth. Go ahead, you got it.
but drop. I'd say to that though, we do know. We don't need to believe. We do know. You know why? You know not why we know it's flat. Sundials. Sundials can only work on a flat Earth to gain. That's how they knew when the sun was at 12 or at their zenith. You know what I mean, or at its highest point. You know what I mean. That's how they determined their so-called 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying, from when the sun was leaving at a certain time. Obviously, they devised this time, but yeah, I think there's by people making sundials. Um, Obviously, it wasn't to get time at that stage of life. Then it was more about learning the sun's journey, and it might have been quarterly or whatever, just learning like that. Still, I don't know. That's just my opinion, and it might be wrong.
Right, but it could be flat where we're at. See what I'm saying? To say everything flat and we don't know everything. It's sort of like saying Lucy was the first bones discovered. They don't know what's under that ice. They don't know that, man. They might
Facts.
find something else that say, damn, man, the Chinese was first. They might find something else to say, man, it was a bone we found that wasn't even human. It's so much to be found, and the truth always changes. All we can do here's why I say it's flat. Where I'm at and where I walk is flat, and ain't nothing spinning. But ain't nobody traveled the whole world because they think we going in circles. When they spin us in a circle like a CD and never take us to the back of the CD disc. So if we just going in circle on top of the shit, what's on the other side? What's on the dark side of the moon? They say we spinning. Them motherfuckers be like, if you look in the sky, everything is round, so why we wouldn't be round? When I
That's
look in the sky, they're not spinning, and y'all say we are. That's why we can't compare Earth to the sun, because you're saying we're spinning, and you're saying the sun's not. So that how is we the same?
Do you know what they'd look like, drop? They'd look like when you spin a coin, and if you did it on a glass table underneath, that's what the planets would look like, because our eyes, because they're convexed, that's how they see the shape, because our eyes go into like a point type of thing, like a cone.
I see what you're saying.
So if it was spinning like how they say, it would be like a coin, because
But
we see
what
a coin flat. But if we look up under this, like if we looked at a coin from far away under the table type of thing, and it was flat, it would look round, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe the
it
view.
w-
See,
it would look round, but it wouldn't be concave. It wouldn't bend in to where like you get that spherical effect.
yeah, I
But
hear what you're saying. Yeah.
that's where the dome shape comes in, to where it's the protector over it. But if I must,
Oh, the
may I
refraction.
please,
Go on. So
yeah, right. But may I please counter that? Because I'm just curious to know, how exactly do the lengths of days change on a flat earth scale? Because if everything would be flat, I would assume every single day would line up the same. Summer days are long as hell. You get sun till about 9 o'clock. Even with daylight savings time, some countries don't even do that. Some states don't even do it. So as far as like the way that they shift that particular time, it still correlates to longer days in the summer and shorter days in the winter. If the earth is flat, where does that come in?
do
Because
you
you
go on?
got, oh, you got it. I
No, go on,
wanted to
drop. Go
say,
on, drop.
like, you know how you bounce a ball, right? And you bounce it real hard, and that motherfucker go way up, and it
Okay.
come back down, and it bounce again. It don't go as high as up, and it bounce again. It don't go high as up, and then something is bouncing it that third time to give it the first bounce. So this is what's bringing a season. You get 4 bounces and then a new bounce. That's the only thing that could explain it. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's how it can explain the retraction of the sun coming, boom, it goes back out. Coming, boom, it goes back out. And then on the 4th bump or whatever bump, this is where you get the year of Aquarius and a year of this and a year of that, because that's the new bounce. So I don't want to say 4 times. I'm gonna go ahead. You got it.
So, pardon me, Blue, because I'm gonna build you in. In the context of what Blue was saying and how we could, let's say, we could see the coin being concave, not convex, concave inside, and it create that round thing. What would create the like, all right, you got that inertia effect where you got pure motion of half the bounce, a third of the bounce, 0.075 of the bounce, and then you got nothing. If that's creating what the circular spin could be of the sun, where I just want to get it. I just want to get it.
Around. The sun not spinning, but go ahead. The sun is facing you and it's moving. It's not spinning. It's just moving. It's not like spinning like a basketball.
The sun doesn't have its own days like the moon would.
Well,
that's
yeah, but imagine, but think. Remember, we're adding on, but we're putting human elements to nature.
I mean, the human elements exist with the moon, and that's
no, but I mean the
human.
days. I mean the days. Like we're adding. I mean elements like days. You know, because we already know the Romans added July and August. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Julius, Augustus.
Yeah, Caesar. And we also know that, like when I was in America, I know that from Peru to England, like the elevation 7,700 and something feet.
Right.
So, you know, there's different levels of the sun as well, and I believe that's why I've lost my tone as well, because I feel like it's like I'm in a dip where I am, because we don't really get much sun over here. We've hardly had any of this like last year. You know what I'm saying? Even in my year starts.
I see what you're saying.
I'll give y'all one better that's dealing with Haist Point. All right, now cool. You know how he said the sun do it have his nights, this, that, and the third. You notice how you can see the moon in the daytime.
Peace, OG.
Never.
Sorry, Drop. I was just doing what OG does. No, don't. Come on, carry.
Fuck, dude. Hey, look. When even saying it, you know what I'm about to listen.
No, please,
cook.
No, I can't be around, dude, bro. No, I'm gonna cook right now, but I can't be around, dude.
No,
man,
cook. Keep your energy.
Cook,
up,
bro.
Right, dude. That's how I've been keeping positive energy, staying away from fuck niggas. Now listen, when you never saw the sun in the sky at nighttime, but you saw the moon in the sky at daytime. And that's something NASA never gonna explain. If the moon can come and eclipse the sun in daytime, why the sun can't shine? And where I see the sun over there and I see the moon at nighttime, it's a weird thing, because if the moon's sucking in all the light, it should suck out the day. We should have 2 days of daytime when the moon is in the sky. It should be sucking all that light. So now we know the blue sky got to do with the sun. We know that. The moon, first of all, if we got a moon and a sun in the sky, there should be a part of the world that doesn't have a moon. And they never show that. It should be a night sky with no moon, because that shit is in the United States. It's not in China. It's not on the other side.
This nigga is a fucking astrophysicist.
I ain't none of that shit.
I'm writing down some of this.
I'm saying, my nigga, I'm saying, where do you come with this thought process, bro? Like, don't drop the mic.
I ain't heard this before.
I'm tweaking, fam.
Yeah, trust me. That's why I'm telling him to carry on, man. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's fire though, but they can't explain it and they won't even fucking touch on it. Now how we know it's a goddamn dome, because there would be no day sky. It'll always look the fucking same. But there's something that's covering us, then the cover leaves and we see the stars. Every now and then you can see a star in the daytime. To me, I believe them fake stars. They be like a yellowish tint. I believe them as launch stars. When you see that bright ass star in the daytime, shit, wait till it come night. I bet you don't see that same star. I watched two airplanes. They looked like they was about to crash, right? Two fucking jets. They going head on. Me and my girl sitting in the car smoking a blunt, right? I look up. I'm like, look, them airplanes about to crash, right? As I'm saying this, 3 helicopters fly over, right? They fly real low, like they scanning the shit, right? The two jets just missed each other. Soon as they passed, a star lit up. I told baby, they just launched the star right there. And it was daytime. It was like 4:30. 4:30 in the afternoon, Akron, Ohio. I'm gonna try to find this shit, bro. They hiding it so much. And I'm so glad my girl was in a car, so at least one person saw it with me. And I'm like, damn, you see that, babe? It was wicked as fuck, dog. It was like, damn. So now that star that they put up there is a fake star, but what is it doing? It is that do they spray the chemtrails to get a wider internet service or a wider electric grid? So like, cool, we spray this, we can take the electric grid further, and now we can put it in the 5G. If we spray this longer, we can go to 10G. Now, what is that doing to the body when we form to deal with regular shit? Once you tamper with nature, you know how they say, if one animal go extinct, then everything go extinct. But they tell you animals want to extinct. The only animals that want to extinct is man-made animals, stem cell splice, and putting this together, that together to make this, that together, this together to make that. Them animals ain't natural. A fucking monkey ain't natural. That got so much human DNA in it. Our ancestors was different. We ain't come from monkeys. They came from us. Now look, never mind, bro. Y'all gotta go.
Keep cooking, my nigga. Yo, this shit be so highly entertaining. I ain't even gonna front, my nigga. You possess something. You got a different energy, King. I'm telling you, my nigga. The way niggas thought process be is crazy. Not on no bullshit, not disrespectful. I'm saying like a different thought pattern, my nigga. Like your wavelength different, dog. But my nigga, when I think about this shit, somehow I don't break out of the restraints of what we're taught. You know what I mean? So that's where my questioning comes into, oh, can you explain this? Damn, can you explain that? It's not that I'm countering what the flat thing is or the dome thing. Honestly, I'm more of a dome nigga than a full circle nigga. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you're more intrigued. You're like,
like my shit different. So like I perceive all these things in the way that open my brain to see it how you see it. And when you cooking, my nigga, you be cooking, my boy. I promise.
but as well, just quickly, see, it goes back to your mental health, because like you said, it takes us out of sync. Now, I will say like certain things that I've always been inquiring to me is like when they talk about, see, if we go with their physics and the way they say how big the sun is, that should be moving things closer to it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the mass. So therefore, if it's so huge, how can we can still see it? Like we shouldn't be able to like.
But then
if it's so far away, how is it? Look, basically, if it's so far away and we can still see it looking that big, imagine how big it really should be. Then in their eyes, that means we should be getting pulled to it all the time. That's all I'm saying. Like it's just things like that that make sense.
The sad thing is, as far as truth is concerned, you don't really gotta question it. It holds up to face value. You could put measurements, you could metric this shit out, you could make all type of standards, and the thing exists without any questions. when you're able to question something and it ain't no answer to it, bruh, that's where the deceivery comes in at. So when drop cook on some shit where it's like, yo, my nigga, what about this? What about that? Or we all come in and we countering, yo, this government shit, this government that. Like, fam, it's all the same cook, just on different planes. Like, niggas is dissecting what they understand, really.
A motherfucker asked me, he was like, can you use a leveler on a round surface, right? I'm like, no, you can use it on a flat surface. So they thinking it's a checkmate, right? They swear it's a checkmate, right? I'm being a devil's advocate. I'm like, all right, now look at the leveler. Now you see how water form a ball. Because when you look inside the leveler, it's a circle, a fucking ball.
Yeah, that's
inside
a fact.
the leveler, dog. So now how we still can't exclude it with a leveler. So now it let me know I believe we live inside of a bubble. It's a bubble. You know how they said the bubble championship? They was giving us subliminals to the bubble. We inside of a bubble and this shit about to pop and they know it. And when this shit pop, all this shit catching on fire. They better leave Mother Nature alone. The Bible even told you this shit gonna end with fire. Watch when that firmament pop. It been holding up. First they was giving us clues with the ozone layer. No, they talking about the firmament, buddy. And they know it. And they trying to screen that shit out, man. We only got 1,000 years left, dog. Period. In case something changed. And Earth gonna renew its people. You're gonna perish. And we're gonna start this over. See if y'all can get it again. The season over. Now let's start next season and see if this race of people can get it. And if we don't get it again, we're gonna tear it up again.
Facts.
Drop. So do you think then, like, when they're spraying them chemtrails, yeah? Because obviously we've heard like a lot of details about it and what it could be, what it might be, but we don't know 100%. What if they spray like what you were suggesting? What if they're spraying onto the ionist plane? You know what I'm saying? To then
look in Akron, Ohio, right? It was 5 below, right?
I know where you about to go.
It was 50 degrees. There's no way. It's impossible to go from 0 to 50. So now I'm like, okay, they trying to cool the earth off. When they say global warming, that's not no hope. They like, man, this shit is getting hotter, bro. Summers be like 3 weeks now, dog. I mean, winters be like 3 weeks, dog. Right now it's about 45 degrees. When I was growing up, we'd be sled riding right now in Akron, Ohio. Making snowmen, snowsuits, moon boots, big ass gloves, scarves. Man, you buy that shit, you wasting your money. In 8 days, it's gonna be summer, bro. You just wasting your bread. Just stuff it up.
Fam, I live in Columbus. I don't live in Akron, but I do live in Ohio. Fam, I've been wearing fucking hoodies for like 7 years, 8 years, my nigga. Ever since I let go of meat, fam, I've been wearing no fucking, literally, it felt like no clothes in the wintertime, bruh. But I got two different things to not veer off for what you were saying. Two different things. One is, the weather is being manipulated. I got like a little link or something like that. I gotta find it, and it shows where NASA had put this little trademark or a patent together where it was like weather modification, and then it was some shit that they ended up using in like Operation High Jump. Boom, there it goes. And then on the back end, Zelensky came to America, and I ain't gonna say the countries and all that stuff, but y'all know what's going on with America and all them other people. Dude came to America, and when he came here, the biggest thing in the news was the people with the flag and him talking about them getting 35 billion and all that and smart weapons. Meanwhile, while he was here, dude said they were using the weather as a weapon. And then, while he was here, we had that same little catastrophic event of nigga 2 days of pure fuckery, and then everything melted away. And like you said, bro, it was like 60 degrees here, but it was 0 degrees on like a Sunday. And then by Tuesday, bro, I was out that bitch with a hoodie on. Like, it was weird. But weather modification, facts.
And how you know it's weather modification when you see the chemtrails, right? You see the stripes, right? Just go in the house, come back out. All them stripes connect and form this fake gray ass sky. Like the whole sky be blacked out. I used to think they was using it for travel, where they can travel over the top of the sky with their fucking high tech ass airplanes and all that shit. Shit we would think UFOs, but I don't know, because when they spray it, they do it so strategical. Like if you go to California, they literally do checkerboard. They just make X's everywhere. Like in Ohio, you might see an X, then you might see, but you can watch them. They all be up there together. And then go in the house, come back out 30 minutes later, the sky gonna be gray. The sky gonna go away. 2 more days, it's gonna rain. Every time, bro. Every single time. So I'm like, oh, that's how they predicting the weather. That's how Dobler doing it. Oh, it's gonna rain Tuesday. I know, because y'all put this shit up there fucking Saturday.
What's it called? A barometer? A barometer?
Yeah, barometer.
Yo, peace to Mike, peace to Zolan. Yo, I beg people do me a favor, just hit that like button, right? Because I want to try and cause I'm gonna start doing more streams. It's gonna be about health and wealth and basically nutrition and things like that, you know what I mean? So I want some good people coming over, you know what I'm saying? So respect everybody popping by. Go on, Bridget.
Yeah, and everywhere you go, just share your channel, man. Just share your channel, man. That shit will just take off without you even knowing it. Just share that shit. And share everybody else shit. So your shit keep coming up through the, like if I share your shit on my community, it's still gonna show me sharing your shit when somebody see it. So it adds value to your logo. Like if I change my name and my logo, won't nobody hit the link or nothing. It's not gonna register to them. I just changed my name to Flip Flop and change my avatar. As soon as I go live, people not gonna know that they know the avatar and they know Sir Drop, and then boom. So when you share people's shit, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was what's the Peterson, not Jesse Lee Peterson, but the smart guy, smart white dude. His last name Peterson.
Jordan.
Too. Yeah, Jordan Peterson. Like share him, your shit'll pop up over his shit, but they'll click it to see Jordan Peterson, but subliminally they still saw your avatar. So now your avatar becomes familiar. Once your avatar familiar, it's more friend likely. You know what I'm saying? So like don't change your avatar every day. Don't do none of that. Keep the same brand so you can build the brand. But go ahead.
Yo, check this drop. Because this is, I got this honey from Iran in it, and this is like I'm gonna start this little honey and castor oil business. So these are little samples for certain people. I've got to crystallize it when I get my next batch. But yeah, man, I'm impressed by the price. I was shocked by the price because it was cheap. And a lot of the honey that people have been buying is just like it ain't correct honey, man. It's not pure. It's not pure as what they say. That like Manuka honey, and it's way too expensive. So I think we should all start like trying to get these our own little businesses going, you know what I'm saying? Go self-employed. I know it might be hard in that, but you know what I mean? There's organizations that will give you money for these things if you start your own LLC, I think it's called over there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, and you can get a plug from the dispensary where they the ones, you know, they hire you in. But like, the reason why you want that is like people in the streets when they be making that CBD and all them THC shit.
Yeah, that's what I make as well.
Yeah, they cut it with
to Alexis. I sent because on Telegraph I shown her some, you know what I'm saying, like the THC that I'll be making in these little vapes and things. Medical pens we have to put them as though.
Now people, what they do in the United States is they cutting the shit. They cutting the oils with with fucking
vitamins.
Dish detergent. These motherfuckers cutting it with dish detergent. Now look,
They use
You
vitamin
what?
A
Are you being
too.
serious?
yeah, this is
Yo,
hell
that's
yeah, that's
fucking evil, man. This,
popcorn runs and everything. That's why everybody only fuck with vapes from the dispensary because you know the ones that you can unscrew. Yeah, niggas won't even fuck with them because I don't know, man. All I know is this: um, China has killed more Americans than anybody in the world off of pure fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
They just pumped our fucking neighborhood with fentanyl, bro. And then they gained so much intelligence off America from TikTok. So they use fentanyl
Facts.
and TikTok to become one of the major motherfucking places. They know everything now. The TikTok's agreement is way different than YouTube's, and they literally tell you we're taking all your data, la 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 la,
They
and we
also
taking it to
keylog.
China, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They
And
keylog
them
your shit.
motherfucking China, they can hack you in, and you got a bank account in China and don't even fucking know it using TikTok.
That's a
Leave that
fact.
TikTok shit alone, man. That's real war games. All this shit is CIA war games. Even the shit we talking on, they gathering info. If you go get a new phone right now, right now, just go get a new phone. And when you call somebody, your name popping up on their shit. They call you, their name popping up on your shit. That's showing me they got a different thing going. Now they got caller ID and you ain't signed up for it. Now, like if I call you right now, Blue, it's gonna give you my name and everything. That's bullshit.
That motherfucker gonna say thinker heist.
yo, do you know what though? Just to change the subject again, because drops just like I want to go back to that because now I'm just thinking in my head in it while you're saying all that. I'm multitasking. I'm thinking about this moon thing, right? So when we can see the moon in the daytime because I've got a video where I've about 2 years ago or something, 18 months, 2 years ago, where the sun and the moon's are at the same time. When it's dark, do you think the moon's got its own natural fluorescent light? And we've tried to create the fluorescent light that we see. Do you think it has its own fluorescent, it's translucent, and then once the darkness comes, it has a natural fluorescent glow? And why do we, when we see like it going through its phases, it's not actually going through a phase, because if we can see in its whole in the daytime, the only thing what's making it look like it's in half is the nighttime. But it just looks so clean cut is what baffles me. You get me? So I don't know if you can help me out.
Like in the nighttime, the shit looks solid. In the daytime, that shit see through. In the daytime, that shit looks like a mist. Like it don't even look. It look like a light. It don't look like a solid object.
Yeah, and that's what's baffling. Go on, Heist.
My bad. So what I'm seeing in my head is you see in the sky like layers. Like, why don't we see the layers set up for the moon cover? Like for when the moon has its crescent or half moon, why don't we see the veil that's hiding it? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, why does it look so clean cut as well in the daytime? See, it's showing one side of it lighting up in the dark, right? But in the daytime, we see it in its whole, you know what I'm saying? So does it have its own natural fluorescent light? Where does that shining light come from if it's see-through in the daytime? But at nighttime, when the darkness comes,
That's that
like you
same
say, it's
light
solid.
NASA was using. That's that same light NASA was using when we couldn't figure out where the glare was, but it's daytime on the other side of the earth.
It's like the moon.
So there's a dome then, isn't it? There's a dome then drop.
The moon glow.
That's
the
crazy.
sun shines. So the sun would be like a flashlight. The moon would be like a glow stick. So basically, it don't implement light. This is why you can't get a shadow in the moon. You can't stand in the moon and then cast a shadow on a wall or wherever you at because it's sucking the light in. Like it's sort of like it's sort of like this. You can make a shadow with a fire, but you would never see the fire with a shadow. Does that make sense? Like you can put a lighter against the wall and flick it. The flame will be up, but it won't cast a shadow because it's a
Yo, that's
in
crazy. That's true. Yo, that's mad. Yo, what you been smoking? Have you? This is why you start drinking. You know
what you been smoking?
Yo, no. Yo, man was on some
Nah, my
shit right
man's.
now.
Yo, this nigga's cooking, dog.
Trust me.
Oh, y'all just letting me, bro. Them motherfucking panels don't let me cook, bro. They just be like, yeah, hey, I feel that drop, but look at this. The Cherokees, man, look, bro, I don't know nothing about none of that. I'm just saying what I know about. That's why I don't like debates. I like building. I don't like proving nobody wrong. I want them to be right. And I want to be wrong. Because if I'm wrong, I learned something. If I'm right, I'm still the same. So I love to be wrong. These motherfuckers hate to be wrong. That makes you smarter if you're wrong. You know something you didn't know.
Yeah,
These,
that's a
they
fact, bro.
ego won't let it. They just won't. They'll stay stuck on something because they invested a lot of time in it. To me, hey, fuck that job. I'm on to the next job. Shit, I used to believe in the Anunnaki, and I fucking still do. They're not gonna get me from the cosmos. You're not gonna. What they try to do is make the cosmos entity flesh. That's where they fucked up at. The cosmos has nothing. It has to do with how your body moves, what creates your soul, what the hell is going on. It's nothing flesh. It's celestial. And that's what the cosmos about. And that's what the ancestors talked about. When they say you from stardust, they're not saying you from the dust of the stars, how the stars was aligned when your soul was created. Well, when your soul was born, because your soul always been here. When it was born, how the stars are connected is what gives you an Aries, what gives you a Capricorn. And if you study these people, they down there like the same type people with their own philosophies and shit, but they tempered the same way. They everything the same when you're dealing with an Aries or you're dealing with this, that, and the third. And that's all on astronomy and astrology. This is why an astrologist can tell you all about you by the day you was born from how the stars was set. That's what they mean by stardust. It's called the light implemented because you're light, your soul is light. How was the sky aligned when you was born? Trust me, the elite know.
Yeah, that's true. You see that they drop. Not to cut you off, but quickly, like you see that there when you have your baby scans because we look translucent. You know what I'm saying? Like we're basically see through. And then quickly on the moon and the sun, would you say like the moon doesn't possess certain energy like radiation as like the sun does because the sun radiates? Maybe the moon don't have its radiation like that. And that thing with the light, that was fire still.
I think the moon is a portal for the dead souls of that day, right? And I believe it sucks all these spirits and souls into the moon. I believe the sun is pushing back out everything the moon sucked in. So the moon would be a portal to leave, the sun would be a portal to come. This is why when the sun light up, the plants grow because it's bringing life to it. If it was nighttime all day, you're not going to get nothing but sprouts or a plant that's nocturnal, like some northern light. Like northern light weed, that shit grow under the stars. This is what make it. It's a whole different plant than regular weed. Northern lights really grow under the northern light, and they blossom as the night comes. Versus other weed, it blossoms when the sun do. So it's a couple plants that's nocturnal. It's a couple animals it's a couple humans that's nocturnal.
No doubt. No doubt.
But what I'm saying is the moon sucks life as it's sucking it's like a vacuum that cleans up the dead souls. You know how you run a vacuum? So as it's sucking all this shit in, what the wolves do, they howl. You never saw a wolf howl at the sun. It's howling at it. The animals can see this shit like, ooh, and they just start howling. The tides feel it. It start crashing. You know, like a full moon control the tide. This is why people go crazy on a full moon because their body is 90% water. This is why the tides crash. So on a full moon, you're actually being controlled by this force. Freaks
But
come out at night.
But wouldn't the tides be moving through the ecosystem anyway, through the vibration of just like the of life anyway? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a silent vibration of life which creates the cymatics or the cymatics and things like that, or the symbols that were created in rocks or certain places naturally with natural formation. You know what I mean? We copied off that to get these formations off natural formations of vibration unknown to us. And this might sound, because obviously, like I say, Drop, I'm glad you're speaking like this, because I ain't heard you speak like this before, and you're saying stuff I ain't really heard you speak of. And I feel say like now, you know what I mean, you become your own man again. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, much respect for that as well. Because my comprehension of like what you were saying towards like the moon sucking people in. Yes, Zoland. Somebody give Dre.
Don't go to the light.
Hey, but look how he spelled peace, right? He spelled peace as in like only give him a piece of the Nobel Prize. Zoland's not giving you all of it. No, I'm joking. But yeah, basically, me personally, right? I my comprehension is that once we expire from this vessel, we become part of the intelligence. You know, the thoughts. See, the voice in our head's only got a voice called we know language. Without that, it would have been facial expressions, and I don't need to tell you if that's a tree, because you know that's a tree or whatever. I don't need to put a word to it; you just know what it is. So, like, you know, must have been a certain people who didn't know what things were on this earth at one point. But I say that to say, once we expire from this vessel, I feel say we go back into the intelligence that's basically created all of what we see. See, I my comprehension is that we are a thought, a dream, a constant dream. That's what I think, and I think our dreams are attached to that. So when we release and transpire into the next part of life, I think that we go to that intelligence. You know, like a big, massive brain that we're all connected to, not like an actual brain in the sky, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Just an interface, yeah.
Yeah, like that. The matrix, because matrix means mother in Latin. Matrix.
Yeah, a big motherboard, a pure universe of.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't sound too.
Yeah, nah, this shit zeros and ones, fam. Niggas is hitting them numbers, man. That's a fact.
Now look, the matrix is the math trick between the 0 and 1. This is where you get the other numbers. So it's really 0 to 9. So the matrix is the math trick. And they use 3, 6, 9 to manipulate the 0. We manipulate.
Wait, the number 9 and 6 looks like a baby in the fetal position. So it goes from birth, which is 0, bam, to 9, which is the fetal position kind of thing. Because you have to think where these symbols became numbers at one point.
And you gotta look. They say we birth from sound. If you look at your earlobe, that's your exact. What's the picture when they show you in the stomach? The ultrasound. That ultrasound, you in the stomach is the exact shape of your earlobe. If you look at your earlobe, that's a baby in the stomach. That's exactly what it is. So when they say motherfuckers come from sound, that shit is amazing that your earlobe is you and your mama's stomach. That's crazy.
Yo, Blue, to go back to what you were saying, I ain't mean to cut you off or flip your shit, Drop. But so in a sense of health being wealth, that's where the Elon Musk thing comes back into play, to where he's harnessing the GMO us. He's trying to create a byproduct to duplicate what is the natural essence of going back into the Adintra codes. You know what I mean? Like, you got to tap back into the essence of what the real matrix is of life. And when we gone, it's that backdrop that I'm looking at on my screen, fam. It's nothing but information. Because, like, a person only exists up until the point that the last person that could speak their name into existence can exist. Or you create a legacy that shifts out of that and your linear time get totally different. But the nigga Elon Musk is harnessing niggas' information by getting Twitter, by getting this fake satellite company. My nigga, he just pooling data to recreate a human on a transhuman level. You feel me? Like on some real shit. But
Or maybe,
it's
or
all
maybe.
code, bruh.
No, I feel that still. And I thought that for a while, not even about Elon Musk, because I didn't really think that, to be fair, about him. So you just put me onto my man. More to the fact that I actually started thinking this about 3-4 years ago when they was talking about the metaverse and things and how much data they was collecting, because a lot of people would say they want to turn us, you know, like have a what is it, the quantum computer, which me personally, to hold memory for a quantum computer, you're going to need 2 buildings the size of the World Trade Centers to hold that type of information, because you can't hold the amount of information a brain does, because we forgot what we even know. We don't even know what our brain's holding. But I feel, say, with all of the data we've already gave them to collate anyway, I think they're figuring they're going to put us on this metaverse board. That's where I feel, say, we're going to go, and we'll be living it from there.
That was fire. I might have to look into that, get some thoughts out of that. That was fire. That interface. All right, cool. They say everything that to start a war, first thing you need is a base, not military, database. If you can get a database, you can change the world, dog. And that's what
Ooh, I
Elon.
like that. And you know what's mad as well? You have the word malicious, right? M-A-L-A, and you have the word malware, M-A-L-A, which
that's
is
all bad.
Yeah, which is basically the a virus. Yeah. So it's like when I
And
was
look,
saying,
bro, if we quit being lazy, right, and we took a coding class, we'd figure all this shit out in 6 months. Why you think they don't promote coding? The only person that was promoting it was Kwame Brown, and he ain't even do it. He just mentioned it. Bro, if you take a coding course, you'll be able to break down every code in the world in 6 months. I should take one just for the learning process. But everything is code.
You've probably done it before already, but forgot when we used to have them Amiga 500s and Amiga 600s. They used to have basic coding where you can make little platform games. I used to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for sure.
But
That's all through.
We never was like you say. We were just given that as a luxury without us even having the intelligence, or my mum knowing, or some of these elders knowing, saying, "Yo, do not forget this, because this is coming." You know what I mean?
Before these computers, right, we had these floppy disks, right, and these old ass Apple computers, right, and we used to make video games. Now to make the dude move is all coded. 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and you got to go to 9, and then you go down to the next row. That'll give me 4 steps. That'll make the dude walk 4 steps. If you want to move his hands, you got to go 0.01. That's for his hands, right? This is code, and this is back in elementary, bro. So my shit is off. But this is back when they had them floppy disks.
No, but you're right though, because that four number code would just be for like L or spacebar to jump. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right.
No, I'm talking about when you creating it, not how you move it yourself.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
I literally created
but you're the creator, and I've just brought what you've created, but I ain't putting in them codes. I'm just pressing L. And under L, you've created the code for me to press L for it to walk. You know what I'm saying?
If you old enough, the thing that make you walk, the space bar make you jump. Anything that make you do something.
Yeah.
I look at the top of the letter. Over the top of the letter is a number. It's always gonna be in the top row. 1, 2, and 3, right? That's what you like. If you play a video game on the computer, you're gonna be hitting F1, such and such 0. It's
Yo,
always gonna be the code you hit, and it's not the letter. The letter come after the number. You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. So you're the coder. I'm just the guy who's brought the game. So I don't know that you've had to do all them numbers just for me to press spacebar to jump. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
that's the random nigga with a smartphone. They don't understand that it's some shit going on under the fucking glass. But people like us see it's some shit going on in them zeros and ones under the glass. Like
Well,
Zolan has said, I seen you, I put Zoland up in the chat. Just like MySpace, we all know how to code based on MySpace's hex. It's all hex code. So in the same sense, like, all right, boom. In the comment section right now, I'm pretty sure I'm about to be the only one that could type bold, underline, or hyperstrike. But that's because I remember the hex codes, not because I code.
right. And do you know where else we see a code?
Have you
Drum.
ever? How
Go on,
many?
go on,
How
go on, go
many
on.
letters? How many letters is in the alphabet? 24 or 26?
26.
26.
All right, cool. That negate my point because I swore that shit came back to 6. All right, cool. So let me shut up. I would have been wrong about that. But the
No, of course.
26 is the infinite 8, though. I can give it that. But all right, cool.
It depends though. In other cultures, there's less. But yeah,
Facts.
going back to like the binary code. Remember, it's to bind things. So we see that on our digital clocks when it's 12 o'clock. It's 0000. Then it's 0001, 0002. You know, military, they speak binary when they say meet me at 600 hours. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's because that's what it normally is, isn't it? It's always that Masonic code on the film.
That's where
0630 or something.
hey, the clock is where you get to hit in number 13. I said this a lot of times. If I circle the 12 and 1, what I get? Cool. All right, now I circle the 11 and 2. What I get? I circle the 10 and 3. What I get? I circle. Listen, you can go all the way on each side of the clock, circle the number across from it, and it comes to the hit and number 13. This is why it's a wicked number. Cool. If I go to the 9, what's across from the 9? The 4. What number is that? 13. If I go to the 8, what's across from the 8? 5. 13. All the way down the clock. This is why 13 is the magic number. If you ever saw electric company, they told y'all this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 13 is the magic number. See, and they taught me that as a kid. I learned this shit when I was a fucking kid. My bad, my shit dying, bro. I'm gonna come back up here. Let me charge this shit up, bro.
Haist, you trying to hack?
No, no. The first one is underline. The middle one is a hyperstrike, and then the stars or asterisk would be bold. So like if you type those into like the comment section on YouTube, they'll pop up clearly, or in your description box, or in your title. But I'm surprised it don't work in the live chat.
Yeah, trust me, Zoe. My one was going in. Drop was going in. Still, I'm not gonna lie. I like that. Like I say, I've got an inquisitive mind, so you know, I told Drop a while ago. You know what I mean? He needs to be his own man and thing. You won't mind me saying that, because like I said, I've told it to him to his face twice. So I like this Drop. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, when it comes to men, I like us all to have our own individual thoughts. You know what I mean? And challenge each other. Not always argue and want to debate and what smoke or anything, but just challenge each other, you know what I'm saying? And agree to disagree or whatever. But you know, I want most of my builds or any disagreements on about things positive. You know what I mean? I want to be arguing over if a banana's got too much potassium compared to a carbohydrate food or something. You know what I mean? I'd rather debate and argue about them, because it's still certain. It's, you know what I mean? It's something good for your mind to be thinking about. Even that coding, all this coding and everything, man. You know, but even that though, like when I think,
even like deep on that. We're not even thinking deep, just knowing certain like women with children and that. On Instagram, I seen that they was promoting the coding and thing, and I looked on it, pressed on it, and seen that you have to have a certain computer of a certain capacity. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people aren't being able to buy laptops. Never mind a frigging Samsung tablet. So
Right.
certain things are just kept away from people from certain demographics and backgrounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
do you know what as well? Go on.
pardon. I just was gonna say culturally, they will influence us with the drugs, the alcohols, the fashion, the flashy things, you know what I mean? But on the back end, the things that truly build the world, it's like it's all on us within ourselves to seek out these things. No different than essentially acquiring apprenticeship, you know what I mean? Like they people might come to you and a person might not necessarily be ready in their thought process to agree with changing their thoughts, but that's all in learning, it's all in time, it's all in space really. But man, it's definitely been a powerful build and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
coding
definitely.
coding is very, very important. It's like 4 major languages. Like people don't even refer to it as in it being various languages. You know what I mean? Like computer systems start up in a totally different hex code. The internet operates in a different hex code. The way we see images and hear audio, all that shit is totally different. So a person could utilize one source of the coding aspect, like, you know, maybe HTML, which is the internet. Without HTML, there is no internet. There is no interface for www. It doesn't exist. And then, like, you know, like shit like JavaScript. Without JavaScript, you don't have cookies. You're not allowed to have your username saved into your computer and, you know, random shit like that. So, like,
Yeah, but that's not random.
HTML.
To me, that's quite. I didn't know none of that, man. So yeah, I respect that because that's another thing. I like these bits of information because I remember when JavaScript was around about. Well, I remember it about.
1990.
Well, I only remember it from 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When I used to see it on certain things popping up all the time, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know cookies came from that. I didn't even know about the having to have the HTTPS. Neither.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
HTTPS,
yeah, big up on that one.
HTML, C++, C++, Python,
So
all
what are
those
these then?
things.
What are these? What are these? Are these interfaces?
They're all totally different languages of coding. So like
Right.
a person could be proficient in English, but that doesn't determine that a person is proficient in Britain English or patois. Like
Yeah, for
it
real. For
changes
real.
at that point. Or to even know what my slangs could be in my city, in my local area, I might have a different lingo about things. But so at the top, it's pretty much just like looking at the language system of Anglo-Saxon and then all of it being within C++. Like C++ is essentially German or Anglo-German. And then everything else is a byproduct of that. Your Pythons, your HTMLs, your HTTPS, your Javas, all that point, you'll see similarities to where it's like, you know, you get Negrano or you feel me, Negro, or, you know, like random words sound, they parallel throughout multiple different languages. And when you catch on to what you seeing, then you'll understand. Kind of like when you was talking to Drop and it was like you might have already did it before, but you just don't remember. So man, it's all that, bro, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely do like a build on the computing side of it because I'll let you speak for time on it about things like that for real.
For sure.
Because you teach me a thing or two as well. Because like I say, I'm not what's the word? I'm not I take information, I seek information, you know what I'm saying? I know what bad information is, so I know not what to look for. Or even in
Yeah.
some certain bad information that you need to know about, you know what I mean? Just to steer clear of it and thing. But yeah, I'm humble enough to want to learn more at my age because I'm young. You know what I mean? I
Man,
don't feel old or anything. I'm still
you
learning. You know what I'm saying?
you
I'm a
teach
work in progress.
but you teach me too as well, bro, because like that's the reason why I'm subscribed to your channel. I'm not subscribed to somebody that I don't acquire something from, you know what I mean? That's why I'm kind of distant from a lot of the communities that you might have met me in, because like, you know, it gets to a certain point where things aren't constructive anymore and it doesn't really build my mental state. Like, it's fine and cool to like debate and go into the semantics of certain words and shit like that, but for the most part, if a nigga is saying something, you understand that a nigga means what he says, but this shit be getting too far, bruh. But like that's why, like, you know, I'm here on your page because I do learn from you. It's not that, you know, I just like talking and stuff like that. You feel me? Like, bruh, like I value who you are, what you build, what you put to what you're doing. Like, you're creating your own craft, and you feel me? You just gotta side with people and respect what real shit is. So that's the reason why I'm here, and that's the reason as to why I come and display the person that I am, and I try not to come with no flaws. I am who I am, and if I could be better, y'all the niggas that help me, but me
No, I
as well,
appreciate that.
because I
Appreciate
gotta
that.
build myself within myself. But I be learning from y'all niggas too. Don't front.
Yeah, but man to man, like you say in it, a bullshit. I can't shit you can't bullshit a bullshit, and a real man will know a real man. So
True.
I know you're not saying that just to say that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like Zoe, he's put this, which I appreciate. Because I know that he on certain panels people don't really feel him. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen certain things. So for him to say what he's been saying, shows me that I've got the right people coming to my chat and coming on the panel, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't do this, I can't lie. I can't come on here and start talking about somebody or talking about something everyone else is talking about, because that's not giving me nothing. That's not giving people that I think have subscribed to me for a reason nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
people have subscribed for me for a reason. So I
Yeah.
want to keep
True.
it like that. So I want to start trying to get a few builds every, like, because look, I'll be real with you, like, because I've had my son living with me, my youngest, in it for a while and a half. You know what I mean? Since for about 4 years, 4.5 years. But his mum started to fix up, so so he stays with his mum a bit more now. That's why I can never really go live, because around these times I'd have him. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 o'clock now. You know what I'm saying? So like he needs his mum, because that goes to his mental health as well. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I can't not make him have a mum, but his mum needs to be right. And that's, if I can say that about a man, we have to say that about certain women who aren't ready to be mothers yet. You know what I'm saying? But she's grown, she's ready. You know what I'm saying? And I say that's because I've changed as well a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She knows she's not talking to an idiot or someone that I used to be. She's looking at me like, raw, you've proper stepped up differently. Like, people have said that to me, to where I look back, I look at myself and think, no, I kind of have still, but there's a little way to go. And I'm glad I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I've got that fire still, to still want to get something, you know what I mean? Something better than what I had. And like, I've got money, but that I need more than that, man. Not
Yeah.
more
Right.
money. I just need more than money.
Yeah. Nothing is enough. It's a fact.
So I've got like 6 minutes, 5 minutes until it's 3 hours. I mean, I'm just gonna probably jump off and get some food. But
I get you.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna try probably do one on Wednesday or something. I need to try and get back to the gym. Like today, like I've come on here moaning about I've got no motivation to go gym, and I ain't even gone gym today. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the little headspace that I'm in that I need to get out of. Otherwise, I'll just, like, I lose
For
bare confidence, if I start losing weight and thing, you know what I mean? Or if I feel like
yeah.
I'm sucked out or something, like, I get mad, like, not anxieties, but what's the word? Self-conscious sometimes, and like, people don't expect that from me. I've noticed, like, when I do my little support work and that, the people that come and see me and thing, I see all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say all walks of life, all ethnicities, from backgrounds that I've kind of circulated around or been part of. You know what I'm saying?
And like the way some of them know me, you know what I'm saying, and the way they kind of like address me now and talk to me makes me laugh, because I don't see myself as anything big or anything special, you know what I'm saying. I just see myself as me. Like I'm a silly dad. That's what I am, you know what I'm saying, like first and foremost. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing builds, because I feel I'll get quite a nice crowd in here, you know what I'm saying.
I don't know. Maybe I might be a little self-conscious with the counter of what you had said concerning, like, yeah, I do get a little bit of flack in communities, but I'm chill. I don't really give a fuck. Like, either I can give somebody the opinion that I feel could be helpful, or I will say nothing and I'm not existent. So, like, I could exist in these spaces, like, on a panel and not talk, but have a lot to say. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, I could not be liked based on people might potentially understand I could have more to say, but I just don't say it. Like, or maybe people feel as if I say shit in an arrogant level, but I don't know. I don't really think for people. I'm here with people. I am a person. So I just exist, man, in the planes, bro. But I definitely respect you. I fuck with you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't be around and I don't be distant because I'm not subscribed to a lot of people. But I fuck with you, bro. I like you, bro. No homo. You a cool dude.
No, it's good, man. Respect. And you know what it is, though? Like you said earlier, you know yourself, you're confident in your knowledge, and you question things, you know what I'm saying? So like you'll fire back at something, like you might be on a panel where everyone's like, oh yeah, facts. And sometimes I'm listening thinking, really? You know, I'm gonna speak up and say, like, you know, I'm gonna come with nothing, you know what I mean, play devil's advocate, or you know what I mean, question it then deeper. And I feel like when you say you've got more to say, I think it's the fact that you've got more to say, but it won't be accepted. Not as arrogance, but as confidence into saying, well, I want to question that because I don't really go with that. I'm not going to knock you down, but I've got this to say about it. And I don't think people like that.
And I think that's why I come with a preface of not to be against you, or not to counter what you saying. Like, I be cool with shit, even though it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's questionable. So like, it's valid, it's validity in my questions. I don't just ask some shit just to ask some shit. And I'm not just here to sponge off of what somebody's opinion is. You know what I mean? Like, I actually do build with people on what their opinions are, because believe it or not, influence is something. Technically on this space, we're all influencers. So a person would come here or there or my channel to acquire whatever influence that I would be able to provide. So at the end of the day, like, it's all good. It's all love. Much respect to you. Much respect to the whole panel. Everybody that's been rocking for the last 3. It's been a good one. Just classic, brother.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, man. I'm gonna finish it here still. So
all right,
yeah,
I'm gonna jump out just so you could close it out on your own on the Dolo side.
All right, respect.
Much love. Peace, brother.
Yeah, say nothing. Yeah, man. I appreciate everyone who's come through. Appreciate Chris Cyphers as well for the overlays and thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all gratitude. Everyone who's come through, appreciate as always. I'm gonna try to go live more, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it'll just be about building, not really debating. You know, so anyone can come on. You know what I mean? You've got a voice on here, as long as it's a collective voice, you know what I'm saying? Not a collective voice, you know what I mean? They don't have to agree, but you know what I'm saying. But yo, much love to everybody. Peace.